Well, and guys, are we all ready to jump into this, boys?
Yeah. No?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, welcome to the world of Akarim. The year is 1252 PR, post restoration. The month is Satcha, and the day is the 17th. It's on the day of Muriel. This is where we begin. In a world such as this, the strands of each person's fate are woven together into the tapestry of time. The tapestry, recording all that we have done in this world and what every single person will do. Each of these threads intertwining, connecting, weaving these people to the uncertain future. There are those, however, who have the potential to offer a much larger impact in the world and to truly shape what lies ahead. Of course, not all are destined to succeed, and whether the future they shape is better or worse, it's still unknown. But there are those with potential, and our tale begins with several of those as they intertwine. This tale begins in the region known as the Emerald Isles, a lush green land made up of several key regions. We have Dronos, a region constantly battling against itself to assert a powerful leadership. Saurus, currently working to create the first empire of the Emerald Isles. You have Aora to the north, which is met with perpetual winter, where most of the struggle survives. You have the Concord, a peaceful region overseen by a
Show me what you got.
Josh, can we have 1 second? I'm sorry. That's really loud. Guys, I'm going to turn alert volume off
Excited for
today.
D&D.
Okay.
Hope I can catch
I'm
more
deaf
streams
now.
over summer,
Yo.
but no promises.
I'm sorry.
Love
You're
your
actually
streaming,
dead.
man. Keep it up.
Yo, thank you for the sub. Let me just turn off the volume somehow. There we go. Okay. Yo, P-Flame, thank you. I'm sorry. I'll sort stuff out with you during the week. Thank you so much for the sub. Josh, please continue. I apologize.
That's no worries, dude. Next, we have a Pesh. Those who walk here will find nothing more than relics of a bygone age and impossible evils which mankind has left behind. Next to that, you have Zishai, a region whose cities are currently prospering due to the trade routes of its location connecting both the northern and the southern regions. To the south west, you have Misson, a land whose rich deposits of ores and riches have led it to becoming a powerful area with only the highest quality made goods. And lastly, we have the region of Grisrath, ruled by a powerful individual maintaining peace by quelling upstarts and ensuring that those under her care are looked after. We find ourselves in Asaurus. This bustling land has recently elected its newest council of advisors, and are looking to elevate a ruler for the entire region rather than just leaving it to the aristocracy that rules its own cities. This conflict has left many trying to push and gain favor as well as trying to become the region of this large area, which would make them probably one of the most powerful individuals in this entire area. This decision is due to be made in a year's time, so they are all bustling for favor with one another. More specifically, however, we begin in the large port city of Ethos. This city acts as a major trading post for the regions to the south, with people from all walks of life trying to grab their shot at potential money and opportunities that lie in wait. It offers large markets, beautiful scenery, and a location where those with the ability to have an impact on fate have the chance to meet. We begin now in the Chipped Chalice, a dark, dreary inn within Ethos. It has too many tables and not enough patrons. There are those who sit there and quietly just drink what drink lies there. But there are two individuals there, sat in this tavern, even more unusual than what you would expect. And if you would like to introduce yourself there, Chris.
What? Describing my character?
Describe your character. And
Uh,
let us go.
I am Kiros Parmu. I am an elected representative for the mermaid people, and my goal is to restore glory and prosperity for the merfolk. So I kind of I'm looking to conquer the entire known world, and whether it's through violent or diplomatic means. And I've joined this journey with my brother.
Yeah, just keep your cards close to your chest there. You know.
And speaking of his brother, if you'd
Right,
like
so
to.
next to him, sitting down. I guess we're at a table.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
many tables.
Staring at a strange drink I've got in my hand that we decided to buy with what coin we had.
Obviously,
Uh,
spiked.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a fair bit taller than my brother, bigger too, as like a character set. Like one shoulder he's got like a coral pauldron, like made out of like coral, like spikes outwards. Long hair, beard. We're obviously quite different looking than most everyone here. We're like blue, have the gills. And I am not going to say anything about my character because I like to like explore the backstory as it goes along and not just tell everybody.
No, that's fair. In this tavern, which you guys have currently rested at, it is one of the only ones which would even let you inside. The patrons eye you with somewhat resentment, almost. And there's permanently just a wary atmosphere around you.
I don't know what these people's problems are. We're only drinking.
What are you on about? Either tree known. What?
Did you not get a drink?
No, I got a drink. What do you mean people are staring at us? I don't understand. I look around, oblivious to it all.
Wow.
As Karos looks around, as Lothar looks around, sorry, you just see there are lots of patrons just looking at you, waiting for you to do something.
I wave back.
As you wave at them, their eyes dart quickly to their drinks again, and then slowly shift, constantly watching you guys.
They seem pretty shy, to be honest.
Maybe they just don't like your face. I mean, it is pretty ugly.
That's not true. Mother loves my face. She always is some of the prettiest of us. So
Mother says anything to keep you quiet. You are an angry child.
I'm not angry. I just have temperament issues. I'm not even sure what that word means. It just gets used a lot around me.
Nope. And I'm just gonna slam my drink on the table and see, and I'm gonna stand up and see if anybody meets my gaze after I make such a ruckus.
There's still alcohol in that. I take his drink and add it to mine. Carry on drinking.
Is there
This
anybody
weird
that
concoction tastes nothing.
yeah, who looks towards me as I've made a quite a blatant sound?
As you slam, you look around. You do see someone who'd been in the bar, getting their own drink. And you see, well, I suppose it would be better if Ryan, you describe your character. Whereabouts are you in this bar there, Ryan?
Okay, so I'm probably, sat as just in the corner a little bit,
On your own or with other people?
Probably on my own, honestly. Sat on my own. I'm wearing like very beaten clothes. They look very worn. You can tell that they probably didn't belong to me first. They belonged to somebody else, and I'm just sat and I'm just I'm holding in my hand just like a very very like lukewarm pint of ale that I've been like sipping for like the last 4 hours. Been like very slowly just sipping away at it.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm very distracted.
that's fine. So as you're sipping away at this ale, you hear from a table at the other side of the bar just slam down. And the two people who, it's pretty obvious, are unwelcome here, start looking around.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna be like, hi there. My name's Sarah. It's nice to meet you. You seem to be causing quite a disturbance.
I'm just curious as to why we're being given dirty looks there. What was it, Sarah?
Yes, Sarah. Sarah. Yes. I mean, I myself do not know. I am not a local. However, did you know? I seem to feel like maybe you yourselves are outsiders, and I don't know. I feel like maybe we could share a drink. Maybe we could avert the gaze of these outsiders ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna slightly pull back the hood that's kind of covering our heads, just so you can clearly see that we're not from around here, shall we say?
Do I
Um,
know what he is, Josh?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, it's the first roll of the game, boys.
Crit fail, crit fail.
First roll. This is gonna take me a while because I've got so many different windows open. Please forgive me.
It's fine.
That's fine.
While this is going on, I drank
Okay.
both mine and my brother's.
An
glass,
intelligence roll, you
so
say?
It's all gone.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Marriage.
You have no idea what he is.
Oh my
You
gosh!
know that he's not.
What?
It is
What
a
are
fail.
you? Ah!
It's a bit over exaggerated. I mean, like
I have
really
literally no idea what he is, dude. I rolled a 1.
look, land dweller. Let's just calm down.
What do you mean, land?
You're a land dweller. You walk on the land. You're a land dweller.
These earthen folk tend to overreact quite a bit, don't they?
I know. I just don't understand it. I need a drink, and I'm gonna go up and just get another drink to the bar.
Just gonna.
As you
Both
go
are.
up,
Get us a drink for both of us.
Of course.
as you go up, you approach the barkeeper. This large, burly half-orc.
I've taken the same glass I had before.
He just looks at you as you approach. And out of all the people here, he's probably giving you the least stink eye. Looks at you. So you want another drink, eh?
Whatever this was, it was great. And just slam it down on the table. 2, in fact.
Grabs them, starts pouring them. Okay, that'll be 4 copper.
Which one's that again?
He looks at them. And he takes the silver out.
Oh, good, thanks. Then throw it away and then walk away.
He just puts it down. Thank you very much. I like you, mister.
I like you too. For a land dweller, you're not too bad. And then I take it away.
Okay, so you make your way back to the table. Has Sarah calmed down a little bit from the shock that is?
The lukewarm ale that I'd been sipping for a long time that was like still 3/4 full, even though I'd been drinking it for 4 hours. I just drank the entire thing. I was just like put my hand on the table, steady myself, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I just I overreacted there a little, my friend. I was taken aback by your form. I apologize. I'm from a foreign land myself, but I've seen anyone quite like you before. Pray tell.
As I walk back to the table, they were both really fast, so I was like sipping both of them, and I'm like looking at them, trying to find which one's like got less in it. As I sit down, they are giving them the less in it. Like, here you go, brother. Here's your drink.
Gonna look at the drinks and be like, "Oh, please allow me to get those for you. How much did that cost you?"
It was one of these. I held up like a silver thing.
A silver for 2 drinks.
I don't know. That's what he took. That's what he said. I don't really understand this money.
I know how much my beer cost me.
Yeah, it was 2 copper.
Please, instead, allow me to get the next round. Then I will get the next round.
Sure. I don't care.
If you
That's what
don't
makes
mind
next
me
rounds.
joining you, that is.
Not at all. Not at all. We're used to this sort of reaction. Although not as outwardly as you, but we're not used to such a hospital. Can't even say the word.
It's a hard word.
Words are hard,
No,
my friend.
we're gonna skip that, and we're gonna go for such a unwarm welcome. for this
It's
town.
almost as if my brain failed to comprehend something. I honestly don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be still eyeing the room at this point because I don't really want some angry little tavern boy to come up and like start something with me without me knowing.
Give me a perception check there.
I'm downing my other drink. It's now
Right? If we get a second crit fail as a second roll, everyone's gonna die. Perception.
It's because Ryan rolled the crit off stream.
I did roll a crit off stream.
With a 13, you start looking around. And your eyes catch with one of the locals in the tavern. And he is just eyeing you. He's
Is it,
wobbling
like,
a little bit.
malicious?
His eyes are locked on you. And he looks at you kind of annoyed. It's
Okay.
almost malicious, but you just can't tell so much.
Okay. Whereabouts is he? Like.
It is this boy over here. Just pinged him on the thing. It's blonde haired, probably about mid-20s, just drinking and staring at you.
Okay. Can I take my drink and approach him?
You lift up your drink.
So I'm just gonna tap Lothar and nod towards Sarah and be like, "Back in a moment."
Huh? Oh. Can you get me another drink? Because mine's gone. I seem to have drank it all.
You can wait.
But
No buts.
can I
Back in a
grab for his drink and try and take it off?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
No, I'm not good. That's
Oh, you're just trying to like grab it.
I'm gonna take it. Strength?
Yeah, are you gonna try to resist
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. It's my beer.
There you go.
Alright, give me a strength check.
Oh
I
god.
got 12s to be fair.
It
so it's great.
dominates my strength.
I don't today. Oh, I do today.
No, it's so weak.
Let me just do that real quick.
You do a strength save as well.
Oh wow.
So with that,
Saving.
yeah, but it doesn't affect his roll. So with that, Lothar manages to grab the beer and just pull it to him.
Ah, more alcohol. This stuff is great. Why don't we have this back? We should take this back home when we finally go back.
I'm gonna look towards Sarah and say, "Don't worry, he'll pass out soon." And carry on walking towards this tavern boy.
As you make your way towards him, his eyes dart away from you, and he's trying to pretend like he wasn't looking at you. You make your way over.
I'm gonna sit down right next to him. And
As you sit down, he goes, it's taken.
I'm gonna sit on this seat, the one opposite him.
He looks at it. They'll be back soon. That one's taken.
I'm gonna eye him now and go, "Is this whole table taken?"
For your kind, yeah.
What do you mean, my kind?
He wobbles a little bit there. It's nothing. Just looks down.
Who are you to judge me? You have no reason to dislike me. I have done nothing but sat there with my brother and drink. Yet you and your people look at me in disgust.
Looks at you. His eyes look up and meet you. Says, you fish people are savages.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? I mean, I am but a humble fishman. I come here in peace, and you go there slating words that I'm a savage. You know, if I didn't think any better, that was a challenge.
Your kind are all savages.
I'm gonna stand up now and lean towards him, and I go, trying to be nice here, but
I don't care for your niceties.
Lothar, as I turn around and crawl towards my brother, who's a lot taller than me.
I'm regaling Sarah about the time I ate a whole shark.
A whole shark.
Yeah, they just didn't believe I could eat it. He says I passed out. He doesn't respect my strong stomach. And then I obviously hear, and then I'm like, yeah, what's going on?
We
Where
have
you going?
issues
With what?
with these land folk that need resolving.
Oh, always starting trouble. And I'll like make my way over.
So, as Lothar stands up, starts making his way.
As I'm walking away, I'm like, I'll be right back. I'll tell you about the time I fought a shark too. Then I ate it.
Okay, I'm
So,
making a mental note that he eats sharks.
of course we do. Like we
He
live,
eats everything.
we eat what's available.
So, with that, you start making your way over. As he sees Lothar approaching, he looks at you and goes, "Look, don't want any trouble. Just go away. I don't like your kind." Just takes his drink and drinks of it.
What does he mean by our kind? What's he keep saying that? That's really like,
I'm going to sit back, like hands in my lap, and then go, why? Tell me why, and I might leave you alone.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. I got a +5 and it's only 12.
With a 12, he looks at you, takes his drink, downs the rest of it, slams it, says, "I don't gotta tell you shit." Stands up and starts making his way to leave the bar.
what's he mean?
Can I see who was watching this?
You look around. Well, as he slams his thing, it does make quite a bit of noise, and a couple of the heads do turn. Give me a perception roll to see if you can tell that most people are probably paying attention.
I'm
to
gonna
the
stand up
ordeal.
and address everyone in the bar, and I'm going to shout to all of them. Is this how all of you feel about us? What is your problem?
When you say that, lots of their heads just start turning away from you, just looking down. They seem to be avoiding you for the most part.
Cowards, a lot of them.
And this
As
guy
I,
just makes his way out of the bar, just not even turning back.
I'm gonna spit and curse under my breath at the lack of honor these people have, and walk back towards Sarah to sit back down.
As you like jump down from the table, I'm like, Sarah, like, not really talkative, are they? And it's like make my way back in your wake.
Okay, so you guys make your way back towards the table.
Spineless land walkers.
Oh, that's so rude. They don't even answer questions when you ask. I mean, come on. Basic manners.
Oh. So, what land do you herald from, Sarah?
I I come from south. Yeah.
So do we.
I was gonna say, get any further south and you reach the shore. I don't think you come from where we come from.
I come from an island across the ocean. I don't really wish to talk too much about my home to
Oh,
strangers, if you do not
sorry.
mind. Yeah.
We come from this great sea. It's great. It's underwater.
I see. If I may, what
You know it's really dark
what can I
down there, it's
call
really
you?
hard. My name?
Yes.
I'm Lothar, and that's Karos.
Lothar, hi. I am Sarah.
Hi.
You said you can eat an entire shark.
I did. Do you remember that? He said I couldn't do it. I totally did it. After we killed the shark, like that was the fun bit. I mean, eating it was fun too, but the killing it was.
Would
really
you be willing to take a wager?
I don't know if there's a shark around here.
Sure, we could find one. We are in a coastal town.
I don't think you understand. This is a big shark. Like, sharks here are way. They're tiny. But these sharks could eat like whole man people. Whole. It was great.
I
Good times.
want to know if this is true. Can I roll insight on this? Like,
Yeah, roll insight.
It's yeah. I'm gonna say it's true. Like I'm not, it's true.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's not telling a lie.
where could we find a big enough fish for me to see you do this again?
I'm slowly starting to chuckle at this exchange. At how stupid it is.
What? It's not stupid.
How stupid you are.
Can I punch him on the arm? Don't laugh. It was so cool. Like honestly, I've never seen Dad so proud of me.
at the mention of their father, I'm just gonna be like, oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry. I almost forgot. I own a small sailing boat. I do own a small sailing boat. I was wondering, could you guys? It used to belong to my father, which is why I remembered. I'm sorry, I'm very scatterbrained. Is there any chance that you guys, being able to swim and all, could you know, clean the bottom of my boat in return for, you know, coin?
No.
I apologize if
It's,
this is an offensive question, but I myself cannot swim
It's a bit beneath us.
underwater. I
Yeah,
can
we're
swim.
not
I can
cleaners.
swim, but not underwater.
I'd already made the note, Ryan. I'd already made
That
the
is not for somebody of our caliber.
Yeah. I
Should you
I don't clean things.
should you request
Clean my
us?
blade
What-
after I
What
kill
do
them,
you do
that's about
for
it.
coin? How do you make your living?
Well,
We are. Go on. Go on,
well,
brother.
I just sort of look after him because that's just what I do.
We've come to land in in Seek of Adventures to restore some of the honor our people have lost.
Doesn't sound like a great paying job.
What is this coin anyway? I don't really need it.
Yeah, money's not a huge thing compared to the glory of the merfolk.
Are there drinks? Are your drinks empty? Are they...
I don't have one. He stole mine.
Okay.
I had two. It was great.
Okay, seeing as the drinks are getting low again, I'm gonna turn to Lothar and be like, Lothar, you said I said I would buy the next round. Would you like another drink?
Sure.
And Keros, was it? I'm gonna
Yes.
head to the bar and get them another drink.
Okay. As you head up to the barkeep, he looks at you. He goes, so, I've got to ask, why hanging around those people?
I mean, as an outsider, people looked at me like that once.
Size. Most people don't take too kindly to them. That type of people. Being a coastal city, we've had attacks
Axe.
from people like them. these ones are a little bit smarter. Well, they seem a little bit smarter. The others seem mindless savages, which is why I'm letting them in. But he looks around at the tavern. Most people just lump them all in together.
I will keep my guard up, sir.
Just keep an eye out on yourself
I
there.
will, and whilst they're in my sort of vicinity, I will ensure they don't attack anyone else. I promise you.
It's good to hear.
How much for the drinks?
Now, what can I get for you?
I would like 3 drinks, please. Three ales. Thank you.
3 ales, that'll be 6 copper pieces.
I'll hand in the 6 cup.
Thank you for your patronage.
How much is a copper into silver again? Is it 10 to 1?
Yeah, 10.
So I
10,
got
10.
the chance
10
so much.
More than twice the price.
Hey, I can't count, so I'm not...
So, as you start making your way back, you sit down at the table. And the doors of a tavern swing open. Standing there, if you'd like to describe your character there, Luke.
Okay, so I am playing a half-elf bard. So he has like a really nice, clean, pale white face with blonde hair that's quite long and has been combed back into a bun. The left ear has a bunch of piercings, but and overall he's wearing decent clothing. Wearing a overcoat that's orange with brown trousers. He's not the most strong. He's quite skinny, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So in this moment, you burst through the doors. A couple of the heads turn and then just return to their drinks, though. You seem to have captured the brief attention of people, though.
Please help. I've a caravan has been attacked. I need any able body to come and help me.
Oof.
And then I want to also use hang on. I think
Prestidigitation?
prestidigitation to create some trinkets in my hand.
When you say trinkets, what are you creating in your hand?
Don't know, maybe some like rings or something. Just so so I have a value there, and I just be like, I have goods to give you if you come and help me. Just please, anyone. We've been attacked. There's goblins.
Okay.
Who knows what else?
So in this moment, the 3 of you at the table see as this half-elf bursts in, starts asking for assistance. Well,
Straight to my feet. Ale on the table. We must help him.
I'm going to stand up with Sarah, but I'm going to be eyeing again the people in this tavern because I have a very low opinion of these people, and I want to see if they're going to help him before we offer our help.
a few of them look up at him, then just turn back to their drinks.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.
New friends.
I'm going to look towards him and go, "You there, sir? We will help you, unlike these people."
I appreciate that. Please come quick.
I'm gonna nudge Lothar with my knee.
What?
Come on, we got work to do.
Okay, and I stand up. Can I take his glass again? And just carry them both in one hand.
Sure. Are you gonna try to resist again there?
I'm not. I've got better things to do.
So you stand up and you grab his ale and just start walking.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll follow him.
6 ales in 10
Yes.
minutes.
You want me to roll?
Um,
I can roll.
Constitution
give
check.
me a constitution.
What, straight constitution?
God, it's
Yeah,
one of these drunk.
you've been downing these one after another.
Saving throw or straight con?
Give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
He has just been downing. You are unfazed. You have not even felt the touch of alcohol yet.
I know.
being around water a lot, lots of your body's water, it's just not affected you. Just does
So
not
I,
seem.
I down these last 2 drinks and just throw them over my shoulder. And like, let's go. What are we doing?
As you throw them, you hear the smashing behind you. Barkeep
Could
just
hit
looks
someone.
down.
Could hit
just
someone.
no.
Like, little high scream in the background, like ah!
No, because of where you're sat. But you see, Kaladin, you see as these 2 people who give me a roll to see if you know what they are. Give me a straight intelligence check. Because 14, you know that they are Triton. So you're less surprised at what they are.
Yeah.
But they are still uncommon and seen as normally quite barbaric.
Oh, thank you very much for your help, guys. We just outside of town, we got attacked by some goblins. Please, we need to go quick.
Lead
Go
the
on then.
way.
Stop talking.
As I'm like following them out of the bar, I'm gonna look around to the barkeep and I'm gonna be like, gonna keep an eye on them, sort of like motion, and I'm also gonna put some copper on the table for the smashed glasses.
Oh, they're made of wood and nail, like or like made of metal. Like I
He
was
said
sure
they
that metal, like,
smashed.
tank-
Yeah, they look like glass.
I was expecting like a metal, like
No, not a metal
A
tank.
metal ringed wooden.
yeah, throw it behind me, like
Yeah, I'm gonna put some coin down and I'm gonna like scurry off out of the bar.
You put it on. He does say,
when
Keep
you
an
throw
eye on
things
yourself.
underwater, they don't fall that fast. Okay?
"Not used to this."
Too
So
proud
as-
to serve these people.
So as Kaladin leads you out into, it's about 7, 8 o'clock at this time. Into
Evening or morning?
evening.
Okay.
You're not going to be drinking that early. Come on. Actually, you might. Let's.
There's no day and night underwater.
With
There's
breakfast, with lunch, with dinner.
But yeah, it's like an autumn evening. It's pretty humid out. It's not much going on. He just starts leading you towards the exit through the many winding streets that Ethos is made out of. So you bustle past people, making your way. You guys just going to sprint all the way there? Or are you going to explain
Yeah.
what's...
Well, it was horrible. They came out of nowhere and just there's so many that they killed.
Wait, they killed?
They killed a few. God knows how the rest of them were doing. They sent me ahead to try and get help, but it's been quite a while. So
I'm
who
gonna
knows?
rip a piece of paper out of like my like pack on my side, and I'm gonna start writing. I'm gonna be like, how many were there?
There were 30 of us. It was a pretty big caravan.
Oh, and how many goblins?
How many goblins? Oh, I couldn't count. It was just so quick, and they just sent me away to go get help.
So there must have
instantly.
been more than 30 goblins.
Who knows? They had this. They surprised us. We didn't expect anything. Please, let's just hurry there.
I think
Okay.
you should.
So as you begin hurrying your way through the streets, past the huge gates of Ethos, onto the onto the Pathos Highway, this large dirt road, which is well worn by caravans, you start making your way, and you begin hearing things quite far away as you start dashing forward. You hear the sounds of almost battle as you continue to make your way across this dirt highway. And as you start making your way, about 30 minutes pass of you just running.
A lot of
Well, it turns into a little bit of a jog because
30 minutes.
Ah,
So he got
seems-
attacked, and he ran 30 minutes to the nearest pub.
I didn't run out of horse.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
horse.
rode like
Okay, no,
10
no,
minutes.
it's cool. I was just
It-
like,
yeah.
Dex.
mm.
He's got a horse. He got here
Okay.
fast. Like, you guys don't have horses, so
Horses can't swim underwater. Though.
seahorses can.
Seahorses.
Seahorses.
Horses.
So you
God,
make your
no.
way.
They're docked up at the bay.
Now, as you make your way forward,
It's time now.
like you put base or seahorses. You begin making your way up.
Actually at home.
You begin making your way towards some wooded area. You hear. It wasn't the sounds of battle. You hear something though. You can give me a perception check to see if you can find out what it is.
Yeah, I don't mind doing one.
All of us?
You decide who's doing it in your group,
Okay.
and then
I don't think Rhys would.
I wasn't.
What? Hey, I'm good at like.
I wasn't really
Fighting, that's
listening
all
because
I'm
as
good
we
at.
were running, I've been like, "Hey, and Kaladin, how many were there? How were the caravans lined up? How was the where did the goblins come from? Where did you
About
go to?" I'm
me
just
and
like
Carl,
asking tons
so-
of questions and writing down his answers.
I'll let you
I
you
mean,
roll it.
I'm
As you're
proficient.
Ro-
prepared more for battle than I am.
roll with advantage then. Okay. 12. You hear. It looks like a lot of chattering, but it is not the
Right.
sounds of battle.
Yeah.
And
I
you
think the
begin to.
battle's over, folks. I think we're too late.
And you say that as you begin to arrive there. 1 second.
Oh, look all the blood. This can't be good.
You begin to make your way. You can see what looks to be some fire lighting up. You hear the chattering of what looks to be goblins as they look to be looting and ransacking whatever remains of your
Are those your
caravan.
friends?
They were my friends. Look at them.
Or
They're all
aren't they your
dead.
friends anymore?
They're all dead.
The people on the floor. I see.
I'm going to pull out my my coral great axe and look towards my brother and be like, "Ready for battle, brother. This will be fun."
Cool. I'll pull up my coral great axe that they're a matching set.
They got their own special.
yeah.
I'm gonna rip a page out of my book and be like, I've made some plans, a sheet of plans for what we can do now, and I'm gonna hand it to Kaladin.
I'm just gonna look at Chaos like, so how are we doing this? Like the old 1-2, the old 2-1.
I'm thinking we just
That's
hit
what I
them
know.
and hit them and hit them, and then they die.
I like that plan. It sounds like a good plan. This is why you're. Let's go.
So we're the brains. I'm gonna take a few steps forward, and like during that time that Sarah's talking to Kaladin.
It's me. I'm gonna start running straight at them.
You're
Yes.
just gonna start charging.
Yeah. That's fine.
Kaladin,
Yeah,
Sarah,
that's
what
far
would
as I
you
can go.
what would you like to do?
Well, after I've handed Kaladin my planning sheet, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just draw my draw my sword, and I'm gonna move at a slower pace, like with my sword drawn, just like holding it out, like ready and like just like wary, just watching to every side, making sure there's nothing jumping out on us.
I don't want to say that those two are reckless, but those two are reckless.
So as I'm running, I suddenly stop and look back to my brother and be like, "Wait, are we going to be making friends with everyone? Please no fighting."
Our friend, quotation marks, has asked us to kill these things, and after that warm, quotation marks, reception in the bar, I feel like killing something. So yes, we will kill something.
Ah.
It's at
Okay.
this moment, Lothar, you hear a thwoot as an arrow gets planted in the dirt beside you.
Ha! Missed.
And it looks like they have people on watch.
I'm gonna step forward with my brother and like visually challenge them. Like, is that all you've got? Like waving my axe in the air above my head.
I'd be like, they've probably got more arrows. I doubt that's all they've got. I don't think they've been one arrow. Like,
He looks down. You see a goblin peering over the cliff at you guys. See that he's missed. He turns, and then in just the most ear-screeching language, just going, and you just hear.
Holy shit!
I'm committed.
yeah.
You see as the goblins that were looting and ransacking just start turning.
How deep does the rabbit hole go, Josh? How deep?
Don't go full retard,
Method
man.
acting.
Never
Method
go
acting.
full retard.
Oh,
Okay, and I think we're gonna need to roll for initiative now, boys.
yeah.
Mm.
Sure.
First combat, let's go.
Let me load up this.
My
First.
row 20 is so slow.
Oh god, I'm dead.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're all
no.
gonna
Oh
die.
god.
The guy that runs in has the lower initiative than the guy that's just watching.
I rolled a
That
14.
And the girl that's just watching.
Uh,
Oh god, this is
there we go.
terrible. I'm
I
so unprepared for
definitely
this.
did not
we're
describe
so
Sarah enough
fucked. Oh god.
We're too
Oh,
busy
God.
like looking at them and going, ha, you missed.
The
And
taunting
I need
is
to
too
do the
much.
ranger ones as well.
Alright, so
Okay.
We need more dex rays.
no I don't.
Okay. So,
When I haven't even got half my
Oh
attacks.
dear, that
probably out,
initiative
that's
was
it.
bad.
it was a little bit. You guys all rolled for initiative, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. As you guys stand there, look up at him and laugh at him. He goes. You see that he does his little yelp, reach out and fires another arrow at you.
Who, me or
Yeah, he's firing. That's a crit. Not like
Come on,
this.
guess.
TPK.
Oh my
No,
god.
wait,
Oh no.
Holy-
Oh,
Who's he
no.
shooting that at?
that's right.
That- that's
I'll
a-
rage, it's a reaction, so I only take half.
you can only rage on this bonus action.
No, you can take when you take damage, you can rage.
When you take damage as well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a reaction for your turn now.
Okay.
So I take 4.
Okay.
It's not like that.
As he lets one loose, you see as another archer steps out.
Oh look, like it hit me like in the like where my pauldron is and like pierced me slightly. I'm like, oh look, he actually hit me that time.
Is he in range?
Ugh, that's
Another one
me.
steps out and fires at Karos. That hits.
What are these attack rolls?
What are these rolls? Oh god, I'm gonna kill people. Okay, that is 8 damage.
8 flat.
Oh my god.
Low level combat's scary.
really
What do you mean? You almost one-shot me. It's okay.
it.
Okay, that is the archers done. Sarah, it is your turn. You have just seen as 2 archers have stepped up onto the cliff and fired down, attacking the Triton brothers.
I'm gonna yell, look out above you! I know they can probably feel the arrows in their shoulders at this point, but yeah. And then how close to them am I? I really am struggling to look at the map
To
while
the
I'm doing
goblins or
everything
to
else. So like
To the goblins or to your
to
allies?
the archers.
The archers are 55 feet away, but they're up a cliff, which is about 10, 15 feet.
Okay, I want to run forwards a little bit, and I want to I want to run forwards a little bit to like here if I can, and I want to vicious mockery the nearest one.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you click on the attack for
Yeah. So do I need to tell you what I'm saying to him?
that, you
Is he
do.
using a longbow?
He's short bow.
What is that?
What's
That
up?
What just happened? What was that?
Uh,
That was
Zelda
too-
decided to show up.
Josh, could you
Save
describe the
us.
archer to me a little bit? What's he like? What's he?
Okay. As you look up to get a better look at him, you see this green-skinned goblin just peering down. He's quite short, long ears, yellow eyes, pointy teeth, clad in these brown robes. But there is a noticeable thing about him. Half of his face just looks covered in warts and all kinds of diseases. It looks seriously unwell.
In that case, with vicious mockery, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, nice face."
Oh, damn, dude, that's not nice.
No, it's not.
Okay, he's got to make a wisdom save. DC 13. As you say that to him, the words reach his ears, and he just kind of looks a little bit dejected about the whole thing. Okay. As he takes 3 points of psychic damage. You mentally scar him a little bit. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
Think so.
Okay,
No, I'm gonna wait there.
in that case, there's the other goblin sound. 30. This guy's going to start dashing forward. This one as well, going to start dashing forward. 25. So all of these goblins look clad in like leather armor, not wearing too much fancy stuff. They all got short bows strapped to their backs, and these sharp little dagger things, or sharp. Like, some of them have daggers, and some of them have scimitars, but there is one of them clad in slightly better armor and with a slightly sharper looking weapon.
I want that one.
Okay, it is Kaladin's turn.
Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Keros
Okay,
as my bonus action.
gotcha. If you want to just. Karis, you heal 5 points of HP.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move up there and call that my turn.
Okay.
Wait, 1 second. I actually want to fire an arrow at this archer up top here.
Okay, yeah, that's
The first one.
Take him out.
roll to hit.
Ooh.
That's a hit for sure.
Oh,
With that,
that's
you
max
pull out
damage.
your bow, you see it, you see the shot, you let loose the arrow, and the arrow just pierces through the goblin's head, killing it instantly.
First blood is yours, Kaladin.
That's one down. Like, you guys can do the
Aw.
rest.
I wanted him.
Okay. Lothar and Karos.
Cool. So is the one who shot me died?
Yes.
Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out one of my javelins and aim at the other one.
What, the other one up there, yeah?
Yeah. Just throw it.
Music.
So,
It's way too loud. That hits.
yeah, it does.
What's the range on the javelin? 30, 120.
Yeah.
You'll be attacking this with disadvantage. 17 still hits.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 8 piercing. So with that, you pull out the javelin, you see your target, throw it. It goes directly into the goblin's head as he just stumbles back a few steps, losing sight of him, and he just collapses.
I got him.
Nice.
Are you gonna go charging in or what?
As you've like stepped forward to throw yours, I've come up behind you, almost mirror image, and thrown mine, but obviously not towards him. Towards I'm on a ruler. That's the wrong one.
That
Towards
one.
the goblin most forward, as
Okay.
I've kind of stepped forward and thrown it towards him.
Nice. Give me a roll.
18.
That hits. You're sorry. You should be rolling with disadvantage because you're more than 30 feet away. You're between 130 and 120. So if you want to click it again, just to see if you actually do hit with disadvantage from where you're at.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. 8 damage. You throw it, and it hits into the goblin. He just stumbles forward, and then topples over with the javelin that's still inside him.
1 for 1. Yeah.
I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna run forward, towards him. After throwing the spear, I've charged in.
I'll follow because we're kind of on the same turn.
Yeah.
With that, you hear a bit more chattering from the goblins as another one steps out from the shadows and is going to let loose an arrow at Karos. Let's see if it hits. It does not hit. You see as he steps out, running forward, this tiny little goblin fires an arrow and it just goes right before you. What is this battle music? This is way too high.
Can't even hear it,
What
honestly.
Stick on this one. This one's pretty basic. So you have an arrow just land just before you. After firing it, it sees that people are seeing that its friends are dying and starts to panic a little bit. Okay. Sarah, it is your turn.
Okay. So I've seen everyone else around me completely and utterly butcher everything, right?
Yes, you have just seen each of your.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
no. Oh
Oh,
no. That's a very
dear.
attractive freeze though.
We
We
won.
won. We
Skip.
killed the DM. That's what we need to do, right? That's how you win
That's
D&D.
That's the
Oh,
final
no.
round.
Okay. Awesome. So, what was it you were doing on your turn there, Ryan? I missed that.
I didn't get to say anything because you DC'd and then I got distracted. I'm gonna advance with my sword. How far can I get?
You move 30 feet. So, you can move in line
I'll
with
move in line with them.
fish people.
I'll move in line with them, and then I'll
Form a wall.
Yeah, I'm full casual with like my axe over one shoulder and just like waiting for them to run to their death.
I'll make an illusion of sound if I can behind them, like over here. Almost as if somebody's just jumped down from the cliff behind them and drawn a sword.
Using what?
Using
What spell?
using my minor illusion cantrip. Right? I'm able. It says I can create a sound.
Yeah, that's fine. Give me a performance
Okay.
check
Um.
to see if it distracts either one of them.
Okay.
As you make a noise over them, you see one of the goblins turn its head over briefly, but doesn't seem to deter it much.
Okay.
What was that noise? Some more enemies coming.
Yeah, they're over there. Go get them.
Is there anything else you'd like to
No,
do?
not at all. Just trying to distract
Okay.
them.
So these 2 remaining goblins come charging in. Okay. The weaker looking one is going to attack at it'll attack Lothar since he javelined one of his friends. 17, does that hit you there, Lothar?
Rhys.
Rhys.
Yeah,
Se-
it's
17
To be honest,
hits.
I don't even think you need to ask the question.
so it's
7, so round down, so it'll be 3.
I've got the highest AC, and that would hit me.
Okay, and the other one is going to attack you as well there. With Chris.
Bring
Give
it.
me 1 second. This one is going to attack.
Bring
What
it.
have I got in his way?
21.
If you keep rolling this high, I'm just gonna kill my character right
9.
now. And I'm down.
It's unconscious. Holy
As
shit.
this this slightly larger goblin clad in scrapes of metal just comes charging through with his scimitar, just cutting into the fishman. He just collapses. The goblin is then going to use its ability.
It's a
Actually, no,
necromancer.
it's a necromancer. So, Karos is currently unconscious. The goblin then turns to look. Kaladin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Looking forward, you just saw one of your people get knocked down.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna cast.
Give me a perception roll
Healing
real
Word.
quick. You have spotted there is in fact several more goblins up here, just lying in wait.
Oh,
As you come
wonderful.
running forward, you see 1 and 2.
Where's the second one?
Waiting.
I don't see the second one.
Ah,
Oh, okay, there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Karos.
Okay. Karos, you regain 6 HP as you just feel the magic swell up within you. Your eyes open on the ground. You just see this small-looking goblin standing over you, looking towards your brother.
Okay.
What else would you like to do?
Then, as my action, I will shoot at this archer who's up here with me.
Okay, roll to hit. 16. As you loose the arrow, it flies directly. Roll damage.
Ah,
Piercing him in the shoulder as he just gets knocked back. His eyes are now fully aware that he's seen you by you. His eyes lock on you, his yellow, glowing
Yikes.
eyes.
Save me. That's my turn.
Lothar, it is your turn. Karos, it is also your turn. I
yeah.
don't know
So
how you guessed it.
I'd slam to his turn first.
so ignore the one who hit me. I look at the one who hit my brother and got him down. I'm like, shouldn't have done that, and I smack him in the face with my big old great axe.
Why are you rolling with advantage?
I don't know, because I had advantage on perception roll. I forgot to take it off.
Okay, well, 6 does not
Doesn't
hit.
hit. I crit failed actually.
Yeah, as you swing the axe down, the goblin just darts out all the way of it. Out of all of them, this one seems somewhat competent.
Can you just stay still? Damn it.
Looks up at you. No, never.
Oh, it talks. Oh, I wasn't
I'm
expecting.
gonna stand up in rage and scream in scream in primordial? You are beneath me. As I swing my great axe down as well.
14 does not hit.
What is this goblin? +5, +5, and +4 to hits. Fucking armor
As you
class.
swing down, the goblin raises up his scimitar, holding it just as long enough to get himself out of the way. He steps back.
These are the most hardcore goblins.
He just
I've
looks
ever
at you.
fought.
You should leave. Either one of you like to do anything with your bonus action?
Call him an angry little shit. And there's nothing else I can do.
No, I
Alright.
can't do anything on my bonus actions. Not yet.
Okay.
I need to level up first.
This archer looks towards Kaladin and is going to fire at him.
And he's dead.
Crit, I'm dead. Rip.
18, that hits.
Well, that is, yeah. The second was a crit. Yikes.
So it's only 5 damage.
Okay. Ooh.
No, 5 damage from this one.
Non-crit, it's 10.
And it is then going to
Jesus
move down
Christ,
and
this might actually be a TPK, guys.
TP. This goblin is going to walk forward along the edge. And it is going to fire at Lothar. He is
Yeah,
8.
doesn't hit.
He fires. You just see as another arrow just flies and lodges into the dirt by your feet. You just hear cursing coming from it. Okay. Sorry, it is your turn.
Okay.
You have just seen there's these 2 fish people swing violently towards this goblin, which has escaped, paying no heed to the one in front of him.
Okay. So the one that spoke back to Keros.
Is this one.
Okay. The one in front of me, is he looking like alright or whatever? How's he doing?
He is looking absolutely fine. No one's taking
In
a
that
swing
case,
at him
I'd
yet.
like to lunge forwards with my rapier, and I'd like to try and like stab him straight in the center of his mass.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'm sorry about how long it takes me to do all of these rolls because I've got so many
That's
windows
fine.
open.
Well,
This
10 does not hit.
that's a mess.
As you leap forward to stab it, it manages. It's too small a target. You're not used to fighting things like this. It dodges out of the way and it looks at you with its wide yellow eyes, realizing that you're actually going to fight it as well, and it is preparing to attack. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, not really.
Could break the top of his legs.
Okay. It is the goblin's turn. This goblin is going to start dashing over towards the cliff. It's going to try and scale down it.
That's a ballsy goblin. Holy shit.
He's gonna crit the.
Yeah, he's gonna crit this. He's gonna be the
it's
most
athletics
graceful landing.
driving. 3.
Oh.
You see as this goblin just runs over to the cliff, looking to join his friends. He steps down, his foot immediately slips, and it's going to take 1d6 of damage.
What a tit.
As this goblin just falls off the cliff, landing on his back, you see it just...
Is he knocked prone as well?
He is knocked prone and is on the floor there. But he is down because he fell. Now, what would be good prone? We'll stick this as prone. No, this is prone. There you go. Okay. This goblin, which was looked to be stabbed by Sarah, is going to use its bonus action to disengage and step over so Karos doesn't get an attack. It is going to clamber around and try to stab Sarah. Give me 1 second. 12. Does that hit you, Ryan?
I have armor class 14.
So
okay.
No, it does not.
Hey, let's go, boys. Let's go. Just call me Sarah the Untouchable.
Okay. So, the other one, seeing that its target stood back up in front of it, is going to leap forward and try to knock him down once again. He does not like you.
I'm gonna pull out my crack pipe.
God, he fucking missed.
He jumps at you with his scimitar, but you're ready for him this time. You bring up your axe to block him. connects, and then falls back, snarls at you.
Do not underestimate my people.
Okay. Kaladin, it is your turn.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I want to use one of my bardic inspiration on Keros,
You're in 60 feet? You are. Go for it.
and I'm gonna say, I really hate him. Hit the goblin. Hit the goblin.
Beautiful. Do you know how Bardic Inspiration works, then, Chris? You
Yeah,
should.
is it his is 1d4, isn't it, at this level?
Is it 1d4 or 1d6?
1d6.
Oh, it's a
1d6.
d6. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I can use it for my attack rolls as well, can I?
You can.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Lothar.
And then,
Oh, sorry, Kaladin. What
then
else
as
would you like
my as my action, I want to fire off another arrow at this archer up top.
to- Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Yikes.
After shouting down the inspiring words, you pull out your bow and let go, and you didn't put an arrow in it. You got caught
Oh,
up.
dear.
So many crits and crit fails.
I know, right? This is wild. Lothar, it is your turn. Karos, it is your turn.
Okay. Did you want to go first?
Yeah, this time I'm gonna hit him.
You know, just so you guys know, like we talked about in sessions there, we do have flanking. So if both of you are like that, then you would get advantage on the attack.
Ah.
Okay.
Just for future reference.
I mean, can we time warp back like 10 seconds?
No.
No, we can't.
I'll go there now.
Shut
then.
down.
I'll go
So
there
as
now.
you swing down with your axe, he dodges away, looking at you, grinning, and then you walk up behind him. And yeah, Karos, it is your turn.
I'm
I've
going
done this
to.
before.
I'm gonna lay on hands for bonus action.
Lay on hands is your main action, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
As an action, that is so rubbish. Nah, screw that. Lay on hands is a trash ability. Who even plays that?
It's so good. What the heck?
What? It's an action to heal yourself.
Yeah.
A whole action. I'm not a cleric, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a whole action, not a bonus action, and you can't be
So
killing
dumb.
guard.
Right. So because it's flanked, I'm gonna smack his face.
Attack with advantage.
I want to
I've
end
got
him.
your bardic inspiration as well.
And yeah, because we want to kill this guy.
So you get 15 does not hit this one.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm just rolling the d6.
It just misses. Ugh, that's a feels bad, man.
Hey.
20.
20 with that. You feel inspired by what Kaladin said to you of hit the goblin, that goblin needs to be hit. So roll damage. 12. With that, you split the goblin in two.
Oh, you
you-
feisty little shit.
You go in and you reach it, go in from the shoulder, cutting like halfway into him. And that goblin is thoroughly dead.
Soaked in his
Okay.
blood. I am
As
like
like you carve him in two, you see my face in the side. You're like, oh, we got him! Good job.
But he's a lot smaller than you guys, so you guys are just kind of beating up this tiny little
Oh,
goblin.
wow.
worth.
All right.
Um.
Anything else you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to move. That's a rock. Yeah, I'm going to move just behind this one. To stop his escape.
Okay. It is the goblin archer's turn. The one over here is going to shoot at Lothar.
There's a goblin all the way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Get your javelin.
23 hits.
Holy fuck.
You
Holy
take 2 points of
20.
damage there.
Oh no. As it like hits me, I'm like, God damn, will you stop hitting me with the stupid arrows?
And this one is going to look over towards Caladan and let
How why
loose.
did I get hit? Because my range would have ended otherwise.
And this one is also going to take a shot.
Misses.
11, does that hit you?
No,
Nah.
misses. Thank God.
Okay, and that is the archer's done. Sorry, it is your turn.
All right. This guy that took a slash at me, I'm now furious. Like, how dare he try and take a slash at me? So I'm is there what about this guy? What does he look like, huh? What's his face like? What are his
This,
weapons like?
as you look at this goblin, you see that he's clad in just basic leather armor. He's got his scimitar and the 2 daggers on his belt. You see that he's got his spiky teeth. He is a typical looking goblin. But once again, you see that he has got almost like a plague on his face, on the right side of his face.
Okay. In that case, as I take a slash at him with my rapier, I'm gonna be like, looks a bit infected, dude. Do you want to get that looked at? Like, I'm just gonna slash at him though.
Okay.
I'm able to.
Understand there.
Yeah.
Roll with advantage because because of Karas, you've got the flank on him.
Okay.
On him.
I can do that. It's a good job I did.
Okay, that hits.
It's a good job I
Good
did.
advantage.
It was a fail otherwise. Okay. And then I click the word for it to go again, right?
Yep.
Mm.
And with that, you say it looks a bit infected, and then you just stab him exactly in his face and pull it out, and he just slumps to the floor.
Oops.
Something pops on your sword.
You look at it, there is all kinds of green blood on your rapier. It looks real grim. Anything else you'd like to do?
If I'm able to, I'd like to brush my sword off on his clothes.
Just brush it
Oh,
off.
it's
lightly,
gross.
just
Oh.
you. Okay. Yeah, you're more than welcome
Yes,
to do
that, please.
Oh, that's
that. Okay. This
gross.
the goblin that tumbled down, he starts clambering up. He spends half of his movement to get up. And he takes one look around and starts climbing back up. And with 13, he does actually make it back up.
He's got some. He hit his head, didn't he?
Yeah, you see as this goblin tumbled down, looked around once he got back up, thought, nah, just started climbing up. And that is the last remaining of those goblins. Kaladin, it is your turn.
So I guess I'm just gonna again fire off an arrow into the archer, try and finish him off.
Okay, roll to hit.
Break him.
That misses.
Yeah.
As these 2 archers just continuously fire off arrows, missing wildly each time.
Jesus, dude.
It's
It
just like
is- it is a
stormtroopers
sorry
fighting
sight.
away up there, dude.
Can I
Anything else you
can I get behind a tree and be in cover?
yeah, you'd get a half cover.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind a tree.
Half cover increases your AC by +2. Okay,
Cool, cool.
so up next it is Lothar and Parmu. Lothar Parmu and Karas Parmu.
I'm gonna run 10 feet over here and throw a javelin.
How many javelins do you have?
4.
I got 2.
Okay.
You start with 4 as a barbarian.
Oh no, I got 5.
I also have 2
Okay.
hand axes.
I was just looking at the weight.
Roll to hit. 19, that hits. 4 damage. As you throw this javelin,
Yikes,
it
damage.
connects. It hits into the small frame of the goblin, but it just doesn't seem to take him out. It wasn't the best throw you've done. It stumbles, renewed, and ready to fight.
Oh, well, I have 2 more of those.
The goblin just stares at you with its bright yellow eyes.
Right.
Uh,
I'm going to
Okay.
come up to the bottom of the cliff. I'm going to lay on hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right to the edge, and that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm going to lay
Karas?
on hands for 5,
Okay.
the max I can do. And I'm going to try to launch myself up this side of the cliff.
What? Launch yourself up.
I want to climb up as fast as I can to crush
Okay.
these goblins.
Give me an athletics check.
Damn it.
12 will get you up there.
Yes.
So you can clamber up the cliff face. You stand up there. It takes up pretty much most of your movement, though. You've got like 5 feet. Well, you've got like 10 feet left.
Right, I'm just going to step towards this archer and take out my greatsword, preparing to attack him.
Yeah. You can attack if you want. It didn't take your action because it took most of your
Melee
movement.
in
Time.
No,
hands.
I lay on hands.
Lay on hands. That's right.
Yeah.
The goblin now seeing you is fully aware. This one is going to just try and run. How far can you run, my friend? You can start running. You see the goblin that fell off the cliff, climbed back up, just starts taking off and starts sprinting.
Yeah, nobody can catch him. That's 50 feet of movement.
Using his action to dash. The archer, however, seeing this large triton stand next to him, just going to use his bonus action to disengage, walk a bit away, just fire at him.
Bring it.
A 9.
Nope.
In his panic state, as he's backing up, he lets loose his arrow. It just flies past you as you move your head slightly.
I seek your death.
Okay, Sarah, it is your turn.
What's going on up there? Did we kill them all yet?
Gonna shout down. There's one fleeing and one left.
Don't let him get away! I will like to try and climb the cliff, I think.
Give me an athletics check.
Falls on rock. You are now dead. Where's athletics? Oh, great.
Oh, that's not bad.
With a 16, you manage to climb up there, taking up most of your movement again.
Okay.
But you clamber up, you see one of them darting off, and the archer staring at Keros. Now panicking as well, as he sees more people climbing up.
Okay, the one that's taken off. Don't.
I've got a dash to get to.
Yeah, I was good. I would like. So what can I do now? I've got like an action and bonus action.
You've got action, bonus action, and about 5-10 feet of movement max.
Okay. How much is 10 feet?
10 feet is 2
So
blocks.
I'm enough to get to that archer then.
Just about.
In that case, yeah, I'd like to
I'll be
step
generous.
forwards.
You dash over to him,
Does
yeah?
this guy have warts all over his face?
Once again, he has got almost a plague-like exterior on one side of his face.
Once again, I'd like to be like, hey, all of you have these warts. Are you all alright? And then try and stab him in the face.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
hits. Roll damage. As you say that, the last thing you hear him gargle before you kill him is for that.
Okay.
And he is taken out.
Can I also bardic inspiration? I
You
don't know
can.
which one it is because they're not named on here. Is it Keros?
I'm Carol's closest to
yeah,
you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Karis is close to you.
Yeah, I struggle to tell which one's
I'd
which.
like.
Sorry, I thought I'd
No,
say
it's
the
alright.
names.
I'd like
Yeah,
to.
they've
bardic.
got different colors, but we don't see the names. So, okay.
Do you see?
yeah.
Do you see each other's names though? Right? You guys.
I can
No,
see
I don't.
Kaladin, and that's it.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to see everyone else's names now.
It's just I copied the wrong ones over. I changed it on some of them, but not all of them apparently.
Okay, there you
So
go.
how does
Yeah, I
bardic
can see.
inspiration work? Is it like a?
It gives him a D6, and which he can use on whichever roll he
Okay,
does.
and is it
he'll
like I say something that causes like the inspiration?
Yes.
So how
you say something or do something to inspire
and
him.
like is it like a magic thing? Is it like a voice that just fills his head, or am I actually just yelling it to him?
It's a bit of both.
Okay,
You as a bard, your words are laced with magic.
okay. Then in that case, as I pull the sword out of this archer, I would like to like sort of like point it towards Keros, like a sort of like a you, as if he's like chosen, and be like, chase down the coward. He does not deserve to live. Chase down the coward.
Wow. Some hardcore shit from a tiny frame.
Okay. From that,
Six.
this goblin is going to continue to run,
Ah, it's his turn before mine.
and he is going to dart off into the trees. Okay. That is the last goblin dealt with. Kaladin, it is your turn.
Did you not just say that's the last goblin dealt with?
got an
Well,
archer on the
there's,
other side.
there's the archer on the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
There's
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
goblin archer left.
How far away from me is he?
I got him. Don't worry about it.
He is 90 feet.
Could I fire with my short bow then?
If you walked yes, if you walked a little bit closer, you would not get the disadvantage. Short bows have a range of. Wait.
60?
Wait, short bows are super short range.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fire, but it'll be at a disadvantage.
Right,
They're
I'll do
30
that.
to 120 feet. Which, like, all those shots you did
That
earlier
hits.
should have been at disadvantage. Whatever. Ooh,
Oh well.
nice.
5 damage. That actually is enough to kill. So, Lothar, as you run to the base of the mountain, or the base of the cliff, it takes a few moments. You just see a very small goblin body just topple over and fall to the ground beside you, with an arrow sticking into it,
Javelin.
and a javelin, like, piercing one of its shoulders.
Can I take back my javelin?
Pull it out from its lifeless body. You got your javelin back. And that looks to be combat over.
Just hands on hips, just looking at Karis like, I said, face down the coward.
He's too fast for me.
I'm gonna shake my head disappointedly.
I'm gonna shout over to Karas and be like, hey! They're all dead! Did it!
Good work, my brother. I'm gonna search the body. I can't remember which body it was.
I know it's the one that scimitars. But like,
Yeah, whichever one you threw your javelin in, I'm gonna try collect that one and throw it back to you. And I want you to collect mine as well.
yeah. Where did you throw yours?
That guy.
Cool. I'll get.
So,
that.
so you're going to spend some time like searching and getting your arrows and stuff back, yeah?
Well, there's only one javelin, and I'm gonna go to this. I'll get on the way there, and I'll talk. I want to look at this
Just that
guy.
we have our own javelins. We don't use each other's. We have our own ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
His is a
Okay.
bit heftier than mine.
Gotcha.
So yeah, currently grabbing our javelins back.
Luke, are you going to spend some time collecting your arrows and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, you collect. The way searching works is you spend some time and you collect half the amount that you shot. You can only get half back.
Is that the same
Same
for
for
javelins?
Same for javelins as well.
Can I get half a javelin back?
You can't get half a javelin.
You just get one back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one is 2 damaged on impact.
Okay. So I have 3 of them.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
I want to look at this guy's swords. Because they're apparently better.
Slightly better.
Yeah.
As you look at this goblin, you see that his armor is slightly patchier with some metalwork in it. You take a look at his scimitar, and it seems to be somewhat better quality. There's not much you can really tell about it.
Alright, I'll take him.
He only has the one.
I'll take the scimitar.
Okay. Add that to your inventory.
Cool. This was scimitar. So good.
I would like to slide down the cliffside, and shout towards Kaladin. I'm gonna kind of still hyped up from the adrenaline of the battle. Could be quite aggressive with my approach. I'm gonna shout to him. So, what was so valuable with these caravans that they got attacked by this many goblins?
I don't know. I didn't think we were carrying anything that valuable. It's just the normal stuff we're carrying. Eh.
Can I roll
We just-
investigation on this guy as well to see if anyone else has something? Josh.
Yes, roll investigation.
Yeah, my -2.
Still gets 12.
Oh, not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think we were carrying anything that valuable. It was. It was just so sudden and out of nowhere. Guess we're just the unlucky ones. There,
As you
there wasn't all of them though. There was certainly more goblins in this, and there were people in black hoods as well who knows what they were doing.
Okay. As you loot the corpse, you see once again this goblin with his snarled face has got less of the plague thing on his face. As you start searching over, his body is covered in it.
Ew, what is this? Did I find anything else or?
Not really his. You can take his armor,
No.
but it's like tattered.
Do I look like a man that wears armor?
No.
Ignoring the goblin trash, I want to start making my way slowly but surely over towards the burning and wrecked caravans.
As I see you walk away, I'll like run after you. Go like, look at this new sword I got.
I'd also run over as well,
Um,
'cause just to check on my people.
So like,
I'm gonna shout up to Sarah. Are you joining us down here?
1 second. I'm just gonna like just quickly glance over these guys, pat down the pockets a little bit. This isn't my first battlefield.
Patting down the pockets and stuff. Add 5 silver
Okay.
and 1 gold piece.
Okay. Writing it down instead of adding it on. So don't.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. And I'll you know, I'll head over, just like peer down off of this cliff face if I can.
So as you guys approach these ruined caravans, you see part of them torn off. You see one of them is set aflame. There is a distinct lack of bodies for the amount of people that was in this caravan.
Can I look towards Kaladin and say, I thought you said there was at least 30 people here. I see naught but 4.
Our caravan was 30 people. Have they been taken?
To my knowledge, I don't think goblins take bodies, they take shiny things. Who are those black hooded folk that you spoke of?
I have no idea. I couldn't get a good look at their faces.
This is strange. Could I perform a closer inspection of the caravans to see whether I notice any foreign
Yeah, I also
foreign
wanna...
things? Like I would notice whether or not like goods were missing or arrow or like slashing attacks, but anything like foreign that I would not immediately recognize.
Okay, and who else is investigating?
Me, I'll have a look what they've taken, what's still in the caravan, because I guess I would know what's in there.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check. So you're investigating the caravans, right, Kaladin? And Karis, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for foreign battle damage, something that would either resemble magical or strange weaponry.
Okay, both of you give me investigation checks.
Yikes.
Kaladin with advantage because it's your caravan, you know what's already there for the most part.
Thank God for the advantage. Oh, oh.
Big
Okay.
boy.
So Kaladin, as you look around, trying to determine what's in the rubbish, in the remaining rubbish of the caravans, you see that one of them is completely just emptied. The one that was carrying your supplies of your food and your water, that seems to be left mostly untapped. Like some of it has been torn open and some food has been taken. Nothing too much. And the one that you were in, the caravan that you were leading with, which had most of the goods, also just completely empty. They seem to have taken whatever was in the back one, which you don't know, all the standard goods that you transport in the front, and they've left the food for the most part.
They've taken basically everything. We've been left with some food and water. I guess we could take that if we want to, but just look at the devastation.
Karis.
See that person there? That's Sue. I was close with her. But now she's like that.
I have climbed down during all of this.
Yeah, Karis, as you look around these caravans, looking less for the contents and more of what's caught us, you see that lots of the people on their bodies, they've got almost the plague-like markings that the goblins did on their face, except on their arms, whether you see it spewing around cuts. It's on there on most of them. Even on the caravans, you notice almost a rotting of the wood.
I'm gonna say to Kaladin, um, you're traveling in well-made caravans, were you not? They were not old by any means.
No, they weren't that old. We were pretty well known, pretty well off. We could have decent caravans, but
I'm gonna make point to everybody that these caravans are rotting. They seem to almost be sick, like the goblins in the bodies around us. Do you not take that as strange?
I mean, considering it wasn't like that when I left, that's very strange.
Hmm. I
There
have
must
no
be
idea
something
what
else
the
at work
cause is.
here.
Can I look for tracks of humans or goblins leading away from the caravan?
Give me a survival check.
I can do that. Kinda.
You
Yeah.
start looking around, you see there are lots of dirt tracks that haven't even been attempted heading up into the forest area.
Like, can I tell the human just from the size?
Uh, there are too many tracks that have all trampled over each other that it's hard to tell.
Okay. I'll like look to my brother and be like, "Well, the tracks lead away from the caravan up to the north. We could follow them.
Hmm.
Shouldn't be
mean,
too hard. It's not really trying to like hide themselves."
If you guys are willing to help me track down the people who did this, and maybe if we're lucky, recover some people, that would be greatly appreciated.
Do you not think we should at least report it first?
Hmm. Maybe the townsfolk do know more about this. This could.
Maybe
I
This.
would say if we were to report it, though, maybe allow Kaladin and I to approach the townsfolk. And you guys stay out here and look for clues.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
spit on the ground, but agree.
the longer we wait, the further they get away. So,
Well,
let's be quick.
I just want to say to you guys, thank you very much for your help. You know, I went in there begging, and you three were the ones who perked up and helped me. I'd be forever in your debt. And by the way, my name's Kaladin, Callie to my friends. You guys are my friends. You can call me Calla.
Callie.
My name's Lothas.
And I'm his brother Kirus.
Lothas to my friends.
I'm Sarah.
Well,
Sarah.
I'd like to be considered your friend. So if I could call you Lothas, that would be.
Why don't you and Sarah go back to the townsfolk and investigate, and we could trek partially north and set up camp, so we're closer to our goal.
Around this time, it is probably about 10, 11.
Evening.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it is getting quite dark out, and the sky is perfectly clear. It is a nice night, barring the devastation of this caravan.
Would it not be best to just go back and recuperate and come back fresh tomorrow? The weather looks fine. It doesn't look like these tracks going to be covered up.
I don't feel the most welcome back there, so I'd like to spend the night out here
I understand.
in a safe place.
I understand your worries. I mean, I'm used to camping outside, so I'm more than happy to do that as well.
I mean,
I'm gonna look towards Sarah and ask her, would you like to join us?
if we are not pursuing them now, perhaps going back to the town would be for the best. I mean, they are Kaladin's allies, and I believe that if we are to head back to the town, perhaps we could gain some support, or we could at least,
gain some support. When I came into the tavern and asked for help, only you three perked up.
It's true.
I don't think they care. They'd rather save their own hides and help other people.
I mean, if they're cowards, we don't need their help anyway. Right?
Right,
Uh,
brother.
Yeah. Right.
If we are to
I mean,
stay here, could we at least move a little further away from the death?
What's
I
wrong
mean,
with that?
If
I mean, look,
possible,
the poor
could
horse
you
there for
guys-
food.
could you guys help me bury them? I think they deserve that at the very least.
Have I
have a
seen any
shovel.
of these bodies yet? Not really. Can I
Not
take
really,
a
you've
bit
not
of
really
a more
gone over to
detailed
them.
glance over one of the nearer bodies? I just want to like, you know,
I'm gonna
I want
say
to
to
see like what
Kaladin
sort of like
that's-
group it was. Was it like just like a mixed group of people? Was it like all one race? Like how was the setup?
As you go over, you walk over and you see the body of this female halfling. She is looking somewhat cut up and bloody. She had quite short hair, brown, friendly look. Died looking somewhat scared. And as you look at her, you see exactly the same around all of her cuts. There seems to be almost a pus-like plague growing
I
around
want to
them.
do a little bit of a mouth bomb, and then I'm gonna like lean in for a bit of a closer look. I kind of like this is gonna sound real gross, but is there any way that I can like skin a bit of this disease off their skin, like peel a bit off, not touching it at all?
Very sanitary.
proper gross.
Give me a survival check.
It's fucking disgusting. Holy shit.
This is real
This is
grim.
Can I have some pus, please? Yes, you can.
That's
Holy.
He really wanted that pus.
Oh.
I'm
Was
not
that you were able-
diseased.
pretty much. It takes you a little bit of time, but you are able to go cut off a little bit of the flesh with the pus, and it is just as you cut it off, you just see this almost black vile liquid just coming out of it, oozing out. And as it touches a bit of the halfling skin, it again starts to just rotting away. You just look at it,
Gonna-
and
I'm
you
drawing everyone's
bit of-
attention to this.
That is absolutely disgusting. Holy.
Does this not imply to you that there's something more afoot here than we are perhaps prepared for?
I say we burn them. I'm not touching something as filthy as that.
Burning them may not be a bad idea.
At least they
To
would
be
have.
fair, with the caravan burning like that, we just have to stoke them a little bit.
These people were close to me. I'd prefer it if we could do it in a more respectable manner.
Oh, sorry, Callie.
do your
Um,
do your people not believe in the cremation?
Well, you know, like cremation's fine. It's just burning them in their caravan is pretty gruesome.
Okay.
I think we should just let nature take its course. We could just leave them out.
So what would you guys like to do with the bodies? Or are you just going to leave them?
Burn
Can
them.
we-
It's diseased.
Yeah. Let's just.
Okay.
We can't move them, really, can we? The pus.
Just burn them.
Let's just burn them as where they are. I have a torch.
I
I've
mean,
got
both
my
those
torch.
caravans on fire, right?
Yeah, one of them is. It's less of a roaring inferno and more just like burning out slowly. It is.
I'm going to
slow burn.
light my torch off the fire of the
Yeah,
caravan.
can we just break a bit of the wood off that's on fire on the?
And
on the
yeah,
wagon?
take some of the broken sections of the dry caravans, put them near the bodies, and just start lighting them.
Yeah.
Okay. Takes you decent part into the evening. It's now getting real late, but you do eventually start burning the
So,
bodies.
like, what if I set up camp while that's going on?
Pardon?
Can I set up camp while that's going on, like up here?
Yeah, if you'd like to set up a camp.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The guy with negative intelligence sets up the camp.
Hey, I have good survival. I have
I'll
bad intelligence.
I'll start gathering some of the the wood from like the near, like basically I'm trying to make a pyre of it,
Okay.
just like around this sort of area. Just maybe not. It's in the middle of the road. Yeah, sure, in the middle of the road about here.
Okay, so you're gonna start setting up a funeral pyre. kind of
Before we
deal.
before we burn them, can I very carefully take like anything they had off of them? Better in
Okay.
my pocket than in there, than burning, basically.
So as you start going through what looks to be the remains of your friends, trying to take what you can without going too close to the pus,
Yum.
find that they're just basic civilians. You find about 5 gold between them. You find 9 silver, about 12 copper. You find a locket on one of them off Sue, which has a picture of her child in it. But that's pretty much mostly what you find. The caravan is, all of that stuff has been taken. It was just what they had on their person,
Okay.
just a loose coin and stuff like that. Okay,
Yummy. Yum yum yum.
so with that, the bodies begin burning, and you all start making your way towards the camp that had been set up.
Mm-mm.
Okay, the bodies are removed. As they burn, there is a foul stench in the air.
Does it smell like rotting fish?
It smells like rotting really badly.
Reminds me of my homeland.
Is one of those horses, are they infected?
Yes.
Guess we burn them too.
I was gonna say, please don't.
Yeah.
I was gonna eat them if they weren't infected.
Okay.
Oh god.
But
So
meat.
as you set up your camp, finish setting up, it's like midnight at this point, or it's like 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. By the time that the bodies are well and truly burning, and the night is settling in.
Biscuits and gravy.
I just want to be sitting down on the log with my coin of Joaquin in my hand, and just be like, may Joaquin watch over them in the afterlife.
Wacky.
Give them good trades.
Sit down next to
wow.
Callie. Like, Callie, I heard you were close with you and the pictured young one.
We were all close. It was just the caravan was like a big family. You know, we had some who I wasn't as close with, but
Like just put my arm around him and be like, sorry this happened to you today, and I'm also sorry that my accent's been all over the place, but I've settled on it now, and I'm very happy. But I'm very sorry that this happened to you. If there's anything I can do at all, please let me know.
I appreciate the help. You and these two were some of the few who decided to help me, so that's all I can ask for is you helped me, and you know, if you don't wish to help any further, that's so be it.
Oh no, I've lost loved ones myself. I can feel your pain, and I'll help you as much as I can.
I appreciate that.
Okay. And Lothar, Karis, what are you guys doing at this moment?
I'm kind of thinking about what I'm gonna get out of this mission. I'm kind of just like laying on my back, kind of like 5 to 7 feet away from the fire, kind of thinking, what do I get from being here? What can I pull out of this Kaladin fellow as a reward? I'm not sure what Lothar is doing.
Lothar, what are you doing?
Eating.
Just eat. What exactly? Just eat rations, or
That's what got on me. So yeah.
do you eat these rations? Nothing delightful.
No. I much prefer the fish.
And the night settles in, and you all go to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. How many tents do you guys have between you, by the way?
I mean, I have an explorer's pack, so that's got one there.
I have a tent from being part of a caravan.
Gotcha.
I don't think I have a tent.
What pack did you take, Chris?
Bedroll isn't the same as
I mean, I don't care if I sleep outside. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Who cares if it's cold, right?
That's true.
Don't care about the cold.
Yeah.
Okay. So. With the night settling in, and as you all rest up, it is about.
Watch stuff.
None of you guys have said anything.
Well, I assumed we would have done it.
No, I wasn't keeping watch. I want to go to sleep.
Don't really keep watch.
That's
I don't keep watch. We're doing shifts.
your
And
choice.
I would just wake someone up when I feel like I've done enough. And it would probably be you.
God damn it.
Yeah. I'll do first watch.
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Have we had the rest yet? Or is it...
No.
Okay,
No,
nice.
it's at the
Okay,
end
cool.
of the night. Normal perception. Boop. 20.
With that, in the cold night, as you look around, somewhat uneasy at the fact that a battle had taken place.
I'm not easy.
It's more the
Stay
fact
at
that
home.
people might be coming for you.
Okay.
As you look around, there seems to be no sign of anything for the first couple hours. Gonna wake anyone else up so you can get the effects of a rest, or no?
Yeah. Once like 3 or 4 hours, whatever it is, that would you know, I'll go and wake up my brother.
What do you want?
Well, we just got attacked. I think maybe we should like stay on guard. I mean, you don't have to get up if you don't want to, but I've done my bit,
If I must.
and there was nothing here, probably.
I'm gonna get up rather reluctantly and sit on the edge of this log, lazily keeping watch.
Now I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Give me a perception check there, please, Karos. Half asleep, barely paying attention. You look around, and you feel, after quite some time, a tap on your shoulder. You didn't see it coming, you just feel someone tap you on the shoulder.
Can I kind of shrug it off as just fatigue?
Shrug off, and with that, you feel a hand grasp your shoulder. Oh, Jesus, that was terrifying. You feel a hand grasp your shoulder. Someone leans in next to you. They say, "Give this to Kaladin." And from behind you, you just feel an arm reach around and hand you a very small black notebook.
Okay. I'm going to immediately react and try to spring up, turn around, and dive on him as fast as I can.
Okay. Give me. What would I say that would be? It's either strength or dex. Trying to turn and leap on him. It'll be dex. No, it'll be strength. Sorry. Trying to just jump on someone.
Just the standard strength.
Yeah.
Oh, the strength save. Fuck.
It's the same thing for you.
It's the
Yeah,
same.
it's the same thing. Let's roll d20. strength. So as you're waiting for your moment. As he hands you the black book or puts it out in front of you, you jump up, turn, and leap onto this figure. As you stare down, you see this black hood covering somewhat of a face, and you just see from beneath his hood just what looks to be almost pus on the lower form of his face.
I'm going to scream as I've dove onto this unknown person. I'm going to scream towards Lothar. Lothar, wake! Grab my axe!
Sarah and Kaladin, you also hear this?
Okay.
I'm pretty tired and fucked up, so I don't even know if I'll wake up.
You can give me a perception if you, because you've not rested, even started resting at this point.
Yeah. wake
You hear him.
up. I get up, but I'm like, what now? And like wake up and grab his axe and like bring my own.
So yeah, there is a black hooded figure underneath Karos, pinned to the floor.
I'll like run up to him and put the axe to his throat.
As you make your way over to him, you see just the bare bits of just pus underneath. It looks like an incredibly skinny figure, just clad in black robes.
That's pretty disgusting.
I'm going to raise my voice once again for Kaladin. So I'll be like, Kaladin! Come
Hello?
here.
Oh, hello.
This man knew you by name. Do you recognize him?
I do not. I've never seen this person before in my life.
I'm going to affirm my grasp on this guy, on this, knocked down hooded person or thing, and go, how do you know this man? Who are you?
Give me an intimidation check.
Can you do it with advantage? 'Cause
With
I've got my axe
advantage,
to his
because,
throat.
yeah.
Hey.
They did it.
As you hold the axe to his throat, you ask, how do you know his name? You just see some black ooze come out of his mouth, and you hear him say, he's one of us.
I turn towards Kaladin, expecting a response from him.
I don't even know what they are. How can I be one of them?
Can you insight check that?
Yeah, if you want to roll insight.
Don't know why I'm doing that, but sure.
Gonna have to kill you.
To be fair, I have like base nothing, so it's not like bad.
I mean, I don't think I know what they are, Josh.
You do not.
Okay.
So there you go.
Uh,
I'm not lying.
Okay. So
Luke, give me a perception check or investigation. Probably investigation.
Does it have to be investigation?
It's just looking at the guy, so give me. It'll
I
probably
mean, wouldn't that be
perception.
insight if it's looking at the guy?
You're not.
insight's like
You're not trying to read his
between
body
them,
language. Well, are you? What are you trying to do? You tell me.
I mean, I don't know what I was trying to do.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess
it's
I'll be
perception.
looking into him, seeing like if he really thinks I am one of them, or if he thinks, or if he's just saying
me-
that to try and disrupt us already.
Give me an insight check.
Oh no!
Looking at him,
Oh no!
can't read anything from this person.
distracted by the
But
pus.
as you look at it a little bit, sort of looks, sort of a little bit looks like one of your people from the caravan.
Do I know
Except,
the name?
yeah, Bram. Bram Coyle. He was a hard worker and didn't seem out of the ordinary.
Bram? Is that you?
Just looks at you. See more black ooze come from his mouth.
Ram,
just-
Ram, what's happened? What have you become?
Looks, doesn't say anything. Just more.
What do you want
black,
with me?
More black
Why
ooze
are-
starts falling from
Why are
his
you
mouth.
saying I'm one of you?
It's because you are.
I guess I was once one of you when we were part of the caravan, but now you're this. I don't even know what this is.
He just stares at you. The hood falling down a little bit. You just see now his eyes have gone completely black.
Can we just end this? I don't like seeing my family in this sort of pain. Can you just?
Kill him. Sure.
No, I'm gonna no wait. I'm
This
gonna
is
turn
not-
towards
it's
Kaladin,
not Ram.
Oh,
and
okay.
in a commanding tone, I'm gonna tell you to pick up the black book, and I'm gonna say this was addressed to you from him. Read it to me.
I'll pick up the book.
You pick up the book.
But by
Edit-
the way, Josh, I just want to actually I'll message it to you. Don't worry.
That's fine. Technically, one way, guys.
It's cool. I was gonna ask my brother to watch you, but no.
I'm busy holding an axe to a guy's throat.
I've just got
and making sure he
Yeah, I
doesn't run
think
away.
you can behead him.
I've got like hand on the hilt of my sword, just like ready to draw it at a moment's notice.
Well, like, can we hurry this up? I'm really tired.
And it's the final countdown. Just cut his head off.
Sorry. So I'll pick up the black book. This is my logbook. How did he get this? I don't remember losing it.
Kaladin, I suggest you explain yourself. This does not bode well for you.
I don't know what to explain. This is all new to me.
I want to check Kaladin. Like I want to like sort of like scan him and see if I can see any of this like moldy virusy pus thing. You know, the stuff that's been on everyone else so far.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Give me investigation. You're trying to peer at him and see if he's cut any of it on him.
He's the carrier.
He does not seem to have anything on him.
He seems clean of the mold that all these other people have been inflicted with. He may not be one of them yet.
I am
But
not one
just
of
think
them.
of this. He drew us out here. We were attacked by goblins. There's a disease running rampant around, and he's the only one who knew about the caravans.
Of course, I knew about the caravans. I was part of the caravan. I have this logbook here to tell you about my journeys with them. I've been with them for years.
When you said that you knew these people, you may have been talking about the goblins. This all may have been a trick that backfired horrifically for him.
I killed some of the goblins myself.
So
I
don't
healed
be,
you up. I kept you alive. Do you think I would do that if I was on their side?
That would make it
Maybe.
all the more believable. It would just make you a great actor there,
As soon as
Kaladin.
he realized that you two were far superior in strength to his friends.
I'm going to use Divine Sense
Okay.
to whether or not I register either from Kaladin or the guy beneath me any strong senses of evil or noxious odors and stuff.
The
like that.
person beneath you is undead. As you do this, just the smell of it hits your nose, and it just smells evil.
I'm going to shout at Lothar, behead him now.
Yay!
As you behead this figure, you behead Bram, his head topples off, and where the wound was, it just starts passing it over.
That's not
That's a
very nice.
gross description.
to,
It starts
leap
buzzing.
backwards and kick the body away, and look towards Kaladin, and I'm gonna apologize slightly. It's gonna be a half-hearted apology. I'm still wary of you.
I'm gonna look at my axe and go, ugh, and put it in the fire to like burn it all off.
Kaladin, I must apologize for being so wary, but
I
your friend
appreciate the
here was
apology.
not among the living. He was undead.
I understand your caution, your worries. This is all too much for me. I didn't expect any of this to happen when I woke up this morning. This is just a disaster.
Now the question at hand is, if he was undead, somebody must have raised him. Do you know of anybody within your troop that was magically inclined?
I mean, many of them were magically inclined, but to that extent, to raise dead, I don't think any of us were capable of doing that, both morally and skillfully. We none of us were so skilled at magic or anything like that. We knew enough to get by. Anything more is unknown to me.
Okay. I suggest we seek out the tracks of the goblin that escaped in pursuit. Perhaps he would lead us back to this filth's master.
Who was on watch?
That is I.
Where did?
He tried giving me that
Yes,
logbook.
but where did he come from?
That is a good point. He came up behind me. I was unfortunately slightly sleepy. I apologize.
Who knows how many more of these passed in the night?
Well, I was on watch first and I didn't see anyone. I was fine, but I'm really tired now. But I didn't see you offering to like go and watch. You know,
I
just saying.
asked
Well,
me.
let's-
I was.
Outside.
No one asked anyone, so I decided to do it myself.
Well,
I took the what's the word, brother?
You took the brother.
Initiative. Yeah. No, I'm not good with words. Leave me alone.
I appreciate you taking watch first and helping me out. And
Yeah, I know.
Here,
We're really
here.
good. We're really good people.
For-
We
for
like,
for your
good
services,
things.
I know it's not a lot, but here's 3 gold each. I'm not exactly the most wealthy, so I just want to give you this to say thank you for helping me out tonight, and hopefully in the future as well.
I'm
Together,
gonna
what, 3 go between
accept.
us.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
set
3 go
the-
between.
Okay, here. Have some gold. This is gold, apparently. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest everyone rest, and I'm gonna take the rest of. I'm gonna stay on watch for the rest of the night. Kind of a little bit too hyped up to sleep.
I'm gonna find the gold. No, you keep this. I still don't know if I trust you. I don't feel like I should take this from you if I don't trust.
We'll take it.
No, they won't. You'll take it back.
Aw.
Indeed.
Okay. So with that, you return to your rest. With Karos watching out for the rest of the night, you each get the effects of a long rest. And the rest of the night passes without too much issue.
Oh, level 20 yet.
Are you level 20 yet?
And
Yeah,
no, there's no deck of many things yet. So don't worry.
Yet.
Okay. So with that, morning dawns on you. The first light hits. The embers of your fire is burnt
Excuse
out.
me, DM. Before we go,
Yes.
the effects of long rest. Is that everyone back to full health?
Everyone back to full HP. Your bardic inspiration back.
Okay, cool.
Any spells you cast back.
Hit die. The whole 9 yards.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And from there, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. All right. So then, as dawn approaches, and as dawn comes and goes, you'll all start awaking. And it seems somewhat peaceful, almost. The fire of the caravans is burnt out throughout the course of the night. And it seems eerily quiet for the most part. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to go north of the camp to where the goblin escaped, and I want to start eyeing the route ahead to see how accessible it is and if there's anything left of his tracks.
Okay, give me a survival check.
I'd go with him, obviously.
Are you going to be helping do it? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm proficient in
Give me a survival check with advantage then, please, one of you guys.
I can't find it. There you go.
probably Barrett. I mean, I have +2, but
Yeah, if you roll it, because you're more so much doing it on my whim.
okay. With advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage because you guys are doing it together.
Yeah, there you go.
The Triton brothers start making their way up. You find the tracks, not just you see the tracks of the goblin.
Mm.
You can follow them for a little bit, but they end up just joining into almost what looks to be the trampled trail that was people, goblins, all kinds of things.
So there is a distinct pathway ahead of us.
There
we
is a
don't
distinct
necessarily know.
pathway. It seems to be heading off in a direction deeper into the woods.
I'm gonna just make my way back to camp with that in mind.
I'm just gonna be sitting on the log, just looking over the scene that took place yesterday, and just
I'm
thinking.
gonna perch on the log next to Callie, if that's alright. Oh, guys, Kaladin, I believe I handed you a sheet of paper yesterday before we got into a battle with some battle plans, perhaps. Do you
Oh, yes,
still have my
yes.
planning sheet, or have you lost it?
No, I still have it here. Here you go.
Thank you. I take out my journal and I like shove the page back in, and you can see there's lots of pages that have been ripped out and then shoved back in, and just like put it back, and I'm like, thank you, and good not to waste paper.
Are you one of those types?
Just like
It's a good thing
book
not to
down,
waste paper.
waste what? One of what types?
Rather than nothing. We just had a few like you in the caravan who didn't want to waste anything. That was a good way to live and make sure you never run out of money.
Well, you know, I do come from a background of we were quite poor growing up, and we had to keep hold of as much as we could and make use of everything. Just something that's ingrained in me.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to live. It can get pretty tiring sometimes.
Tiring, but it's not
Well,
very
on the road, living like that is pretty.
Oh, I can imagine. I didn't live on the
pretty tiring.
road. I did live far from most civilization, though. Quite an outsider.
Where is it you're from then?
I'm from an island south of this one. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Grisrath.
Would I've heard of this, Josh?
Yeah, you would have known of it as one of the major regions.
Grisrath. Never been there.
Yes.
But
not many who go there decide to leave. It's, the capital city, Vox, is a wonderful place. It's you know, many people travel from far and wide to visit, and they decide they like it so much that they just can't leave.
But you decided to leave. Why was that?
I'm not from Vox though. I have been to Vox once, and yes, I can't say I'll ever return.
Bad experience, eh?
Oh yes.
I've had plenty of them along the road. Getting a little bit too tipsy in certain towns and
Yes.
being chased by the
Oh
guard.
yes, that's definitely the experience.
Well, it's nice to just sit down and talk to someone after everything, you know, just nice and calm.
Oh yes, I. It's nice to get to speak to somebody for more than just like the evening. I don't really have many friends in this town. I've only been here for a short period of time, but yeah, I feel like yeah.
So you carry around a few instruments with you?
Oh yes, we care for a tune.
Oh, I could do exact same for you.
You could. What instrument do you play?
I play. Give me a second.
That's quite all right. You have to think about the instrument you've been playing for your entire professional life, don't
flute,
you?
a lit, and a viol. I don't know how to pronounce
Viola,
it. A viola.
like a small
sure.
violin.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
sure.
Yes. I'm not going to say that I'm the better bard, but I do know what instruments are called, and just a
I mean,
gentle
each to
ribbing
their
amongst
own, you know.
bards. I'm sure you understand.
Like
I was
Kaden's,
just-
inspirational. He's like, revolutionist when it comes to what instrument he plays. He was like that. He has his own instrument, which is a flute and a lute all put together into one thing. He's a one-man band.
He's got the hunting horn from Monster Hunter.
Yeah. God, that'd be pretty sick.
I just used to play
Bagpipe.
music on the road from a caravan, and you know where it goes.
I'm gonna quite rudely interrupt them as I step forward around the corner of the tent. But we found the potential tracks, and we think we know the right way to track down those that goblin that ran away.
Oh yeah. You see what direction he's gone in and whereabouts he's gone.
We think he head off north. Not 100% sure, but that's the best lead we've got.
Well, I'm happy whenever to get moving, getting away from this area after the death that I've seen. It won't be too soon to leave, and who knows what we might find. Gotta be hopeful, gotta be optimistic. Without that, God knows where I'll be.
Let's leave. Keep an eye out for any undead you might find, though.
Aye.
I'm gonna lead us back towards Lothar.
Yeah, just put my backpack on, pack away the tent.
And perhaps I could get that tune another time from you then.
Yeah, will do.
Josh, do I still have that skin wrapped up in some cloth or something?
Yeah, if
thanks.
you want it. It smells pretty freaking awful.
Fine.
Yeah, you've got that wrapped up, and you guys start making your way. Begin walking through the woods, following the goblin's path. Leads onto this much larger, thicker dirt route.
Lothar, take point. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Is this
What am I looking
the
for?
order we're gonna be in? Lothar.
Yeah. What is the marching order here? Well, how are you guys walking through this woods?
I guess me. I'm guessing just looking for anything really.
I'm guessing this is the order we would walk in.
Yeah, I just want to confirm. So, Lothar, Karos, Kaladin, then Sarah at the back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So as you begin walking through the woods, as you're following these goblin tracks onto the main dirt path that they seem to have dragged most of the people through, Lothar, give me a perception check.
Mm,
Crit fail.
hmm.
Spicy.
With that 18, you look around, you maintain focus of where the tracks are. There doesn't seem to be any sign of anything. As you continue it down, it seems to be going quite some way.
Right.
You eventually reach what looks to be almost a cliff with a cave entrance. Outside are spiked skulls or spiked heads.
I roll survival to look for some goblin stuff.
What are you looking for there, sorry?
Goblin footprints.
Give me a survival check.
Well, any footprints, I suppose. But,
Yeah.
prioritizing them.
Well, the trail you're following has led you to this cave. And with the 15, you see there are many different paths of goblin and humanoid footprints leading away and to and fro this
Okay.
cave.
So, like, I'll hold everyone up, like, I don't know. How
It
far would you
seems
say I am? Like 50 feet?
you're like 50 feet away.
Okay.
You see on the outside of this cave there are heads. Several of the members of the caravan are being gruesomely put on display.
So I'll, like, hold everyone up and look back to, like, my brother and everyone else and be, I think this is where they are. There's goblin prints outside. And the heads can't give it away too. Like, point to, like, the head. Do you know
I'm
who
going
they
to
are?
shout. I'm going to shout back to Kaladin. Kaladin, steady yourself.
I'm prepared for this. I
As you-
went in expecting to see bad stuff. It's tough, but I'll get through it.
Okay then.
As
Should
you
we,
see there, you see what looks to be almost a black figure walk from the woods and into the cave,
What?
clad completely in black. He doesn't see you guys.
How many feet away is he?
He's about he's like 50 feet away because he's walking just alongside the wall of the cave and then walking
What
into it.
sort of like?
Is there enough time for me to take the initiative to throw
To throw what? Sorry?
a javelin at him?
You can throw a javelin at him if you want. What were you going to say there,
What
Sarah?
sort of height and build?
He's human built, probably about 6 foot. It's really hard to get any kind of description on him because he is just clad completely head to toe in black.
Okay, so seeing a similar form to the night before, I'm going to not even question him, just pull out a javelin and launch it in his direction.
Alrighty. Roll to hit. That hits. With that, you take out the javelin, you throw it at him. He does not even see it coming as the javelin impales into him. He looks, and for a brief moment, you can see a mask on him, and he is going to try and run into the cave.
Can I throw
Because he
one
is.
as well?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna lean back to Lothar. It's like, don't let him run in.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, a sec.
12 does not hit. So as one javelin hits, you prepare to throw yours, you throw it out, and he is prepared this time and dodges underneath where it connects and darts into the cave.
As I saw him running, would I have had time to yell some vicious mockery at him?
Sure. This is a surprise round, effectively, so yeah. You each
Because
have one
I can
action to
see
do.
these two throwing javelins, and I'm like, well, if we're trying to stop him, better stop him then. So I'm going to point my sword towards him, and I'm going to channel my voice through it, and I'm like, need a mask to hide that ugly? Oh, it's be pretty damned ugly.
Oh, you're
Okay,
so
let's see if he passes.
ugly.
He hears the words, but he shakes them off and darts
I
into the
just
cave.
turn to the other one
Kaladin?
like he knows he's.
I'm so pretty I have to hide my face not to get.
I'm gonna notch an arrow in my bow, and I guess as I go to fire it, I'm gonna fumble it.
Okay.
That's a shame.
So you fumble the arrow as the figure darts in to the cave.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just this is a little too much for me at the moment. I'm quite shaky and jittery. That could have been
Upon seeing
anyone.
him escape, I'm gonna say in Primordial, damn demon escaped.
What would that sound
So
like?
the only
Chris?
person that would in Primordial.
Dude, I committed to the goblin.
Okay, well the Primordial is not even English in any tone, so it's like.
No. It's just like pure like mortal speak.
Yeah. So the only person that would understand me would be Lothar. I'm assuming. I don't know
Yeah, I
anybody
speak
speaking
Primordial.
Primordial.
Okay. With that, what would you guys like to do as you stand on the outside of this cave?
Couldn't bring yourself to knock the arrow, Ali?
It's just that could have been anyone. I know it's probably an undead, like last night, but
Kill the character. Kill the character.
they could have just been.
Want to do
could have been
another
anyone.
scan? I'm like, I didn't see like last night when it was dark. I didn't see any of the like mold stuff, but now that it's light of day, and I have like another solid look over Kaladin, I don't really trust.
Give me another investigation roll.
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah, insight, sorry.
It may get to the point where we're gonna have to strip your character naked just to check.
I mean, I'd say my character's actually shaking and is like quite fearful of going into here, and you know, it's not lying about this being a little bit too much for him.
We have no
There is no sign of the pus or
You
decay.
turn to the fish boys. He,
fish boys.
He seems as if
The
he
fish
is
boys.
still trustworthy as far as the mold goes.
I'll look at him and be like, "Steel yourself. If we're gonna go in there, you have to be ready to fight."
I understand. I apologize.
Can I go and cut my spear? Javelin.
Your javelin from the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go pull it out from the cliff side, where it's just collapsed to the floor.
Is my brother's still intact? Oh no, it's lodged in his.
It's lodged in it.
Yeah.
You took
He's
it with
ran
him.
off with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say, I suggest we inspect this cave.
I think we should just go straight in. I mean, the
Something
longer we
lies
wait, the
within.
more they have time to prepare that will come in.
Fish please.
Every time they run into battle, that's what I want to see.
Oh, this is the best.
It's like discriminatory. That's it. Yeah, discriminating.
Okay. So,
It's my kind.
are you guys just going to start heading into the cave? It is dark in there. You guys cannot see very far at all.
I'm going to strike a torch with my tinder before,
Yeah.
just at the entrance before we step in.
Okay.
I think I'm fucking 2 torches down already.
Can I
I have
suggest that?
like 5 as well.
Can I suggest that I lead the way? I have dark vision. I can see in this darkness. Wherever you guys,
If you-
Okay.
you can
from what I
handle it.
understand, you guys don't. It's even if I can't handle it, I think it's the best way.
Okay.
Going in with a light, we don't know what's inside there. We don't want to attract attention to ourselves.
I mean, they already
Okay,
know we're here.
So you're gonna step
That's
past
true.
us.
I forgot that you threw fucking javelins at him.
Yeah. I mean, the one who
I
just
guess
came
it doesn't
last
matter then.
yesterday.
Anyone can go in first. They know we're coming. So
Yeah.
what does it matter?
And yesterday they escaped anyway, so they already knew we're coming.
Still, if he can see much further than we are, he can look out for potential traps that they've laid for us. And I'm gonna lean a bit closer into Lothar and say, plus, if he's ahead of us, we can keep an eye out for any potential mistrust or deceitful actions he might take upon us. Whereas if he's behind us, he has the initiative.
Fair enough.
So I'll happily let Kaladin step in front of me.
There
to
were a
take
lot
the
of big words in that sentence.
lead. If he's bad, we can hit him first.
Ah,
Oh.
see, you should have just led with that.
I'll lead the way then.
Okay.
I'm assuming we said that in Primordial.
Yeah.
Or we're whispering it.
Aquian.
Okay. And as you guys begin pressing into the darkness, you can see that just this entire cave just starts spreading out open. There is almost no sign of anything else being in here apart from the trail of blood led by the person who got hit by the javelin.
I would like to look at the blood. Is it blood or is it?
It is actually blood.
Oh damn.
Gonna
son.
like return from kneeling with like just like looking at the blood and look at them like the live one.
We must have hit someone. Someone who was maybe a ringleader. If he was not undead nor a goblin, there must be somebody else.
Okay.
I suggest we maybe take an approach of stealth about us. We may have lost the element of surprise, but we don't want to go in rather foolishly.
I agree.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna look towards Lothar and say, Lothar, take a step back. Take rear guard. You're not very quiet.
What do you mean? I can be quiet. Not really.
I'm gonna just sternly say, Lothar. as I
But I
say.
want to fight the people now. Fine. And I got to that.
Were you guys speaking that in common, or was that in?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
common. yeah.
Well, well, the fighting will probably come, but we don't want to cause too much issues early.
Why not?
It would be best if we could try and catch some people off guard, lower the numbers initially, and then
I'm gonna
let
say
you
in
go.
like very
Yeah,
plain
where's the
terms to
challenge in
Lothar.
that? Like,
I'm gonna like put my hand on your shoulder and go, Lothar, would you rather die in combat or die to a boulder? I know which one is more honourable.
fine. I mean, I don't really understand, but sure.
So the orders now become Kaladin, Kiros, Lothar, Sarah, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm very good, I'll be at the very back.
You're gonna be at the very back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually keep the strongest people front and back.
Strongest people front and back. Yikes!
Yeah.
So what was the order? Kaladin, Sarah, or was
Kaladin,
Uh,
Kiros, and either Sarah or Lothar, depending
Yeah,
between
Sarah
you two.
than me. I'll go at the back.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll be like, oh, make sure no one sneaks up from behind us.
So as you guys press in, pushing forward, I need you all to roll stealth.
Boy, my best row.
Yeah, make sure to do it. Paladin.
Kaladin's stealthy.
Yeah, I've done mine.
Lothar.
Still good.
See? Told you I'd be
But,
fucking quiet.
whenever we do stealth rolls, if we just do it in order of the way we're
And
going
just
in, I
say
guess.
that it's you rolling
yeah,
before
that's
you roll,
probably-
because the box isn't big enough to show names.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
Yeah, I know it's 20.
Did you want to roll?
Go ahead, Karis.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a crit.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, these sneaky boys.
I am so prepared for this.
Sarah as
These
well.
rolls.
You cannot sneak up on Kiros Pamu.
Okay.
There's Palmer sneak up on you.
So as you guys
You cannot
push
sneak up
forward,
on fish boys.
Fish boys.
as you push forward
Fish
through the
boys.
cave, following the small trail of blood that got left behind, you see that it's spreading out, that there are different tunnels leading off in different ways. One with the blood and another leading off into what looks to be going down this crossroads, this divergence.
By the way, I want to check for traps.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yikes, guys, this is not going to go well.
So would it be perception or how are you looking for these traps? It would be
It's
perception.
investigation.
Yeah, it's investigation. That's what I was thinking.
If you're actively looking.
Oh
for
no! Oh no!
From what you can see, it's too dark, and you're focused on following the path that you've chosen.
Guys, it's clear there's no traps.
Okay,
We're good to go.
Good news.
take us in.
So, like I say, you're at a pathway which splits off into two separate ways. One with the blood following it, and another which seems to be heading down. What would you guys like to do?
Do you want to follow the blood? And follow the guy we injured, or do you want to go the separate way? It splits into two paths here.
I mean, I believe we should follow the blood. If we have injured one of Kaladin's friends, then perhaps we can help him.
I'm in two minds. If we follow the obvious trail, maybe there's a trap at the end of it. They already know that we're here, but you know, if we take that route, we could be set up. But should we take the alternate route, we could discover more about this cave and maybe have the initiative.
That's too loud.
I think both ways we go are gonna be an issue. Because they know we're here, so I don't think it really matters which way we go.
follow one with the blood, because that means he's weaker.
Okay. Should we have a vote? I suggest we take the alternate path. See what's down there first.
I mean, if we moved quickly, we may be able to catch him. He seems injured. We could catch him before he sets up this trap you.
Okay, so that's 1 for 1. Lothar, Kaladin.
What did you say we're doing?
We're making a vote. Which route do you want to take?
No, but what did you say you do?
I said the alternate route.
Cool, we'll do that.
Paladin.
I'll follow suit so we don't go in even number. So we have to decide all over again. We'll go the opposite route.
Okay. Kaladin, would you like to lead on?
Yeah, I'll lead on.
So as
I'd
you
like to
begin,
check for traps again as well.
you've just okay. Yeah, give me another investigation check.
Pathway.
Yeah,
Yay.
19. As you continue making your way down, following, keeping an eye out.
Do you have a screen for the cave? No.
Yes, but you're not quite there yet.
That's fine.
You begin making your way.
Josh, you just got a little bit louder. Down because
Oh, I have no idea then.
bad.
No, you
And,
didn't change
Okay,
it,
cool.
so
It doesn't matter then.
You could just change your Discord for him, could you?
It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Okay, let me move you guys across. You begin following the pathway down. And
That's good coffee.
I wish I had any coffee. Yeah.
That's my third cup.
I haven't. I've been trying to not binge on.
there you go.
coffee so
I've moved you guys down. Hopefully you get the right thing. Okay. As you push down, the cabin starts opening up.
Into total darkness.
You scroll down to the right.
No, there's still nothing on my screen.
Total darkness.
Uh,
At least Luke can see, so can
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, I
everybody
can see.
does that for dynamic
Yeah.
light.
I haven't been stuck.
dynamic lighting is just an issue for me though, because it makes me lag.
Ah, you'll be alright.
I'll be fine. Be able to live with it.
Or die. Oh.
Why dynamic lighting like this? Where do you guys get
What?
pure darkness? God damn it. It's a good thing you captured Luke's
What,
screen.
isn't, hold on, isn't it because they don't have dark vision?
No, they lit a torch.
Yeah, no, but
Word, it's
does the game
it's
recognize that?
so dark down here I can barely even see my own hand.
Let me know
I can
if
see your
this-
hands. I can see everything.
That's kind of creepy.
I don't mean it like that.
But
It's the benefit of being a half elf.
We have a perverted half elf.
Oh, come on, guys. Please don't do this. No.
Hey, I can see.
Okay, I just didn't tick the right one of the boxes.
Hey.
Feels bad, man.
Can everybody see now?
Rhys can't yet.
Oh wait a
'cause
minute,
his
I just
token
had
does
my
all the
eyes
fucking-
closed. I can see a little bit further now.
There you guys
I
go.
want you're a silly one.
So as you make your way down, you notice that the ground before you seems uneven. Seems looser.
In a context of loose dirt or loose gravel?
Yeah, like loose dirt.
Okay.
As if it's done to hide something.
Okay. Mm,
And that is just in front of you. And
Do we see
front.
do we see the fire, right?
You see the fire slightly up ahead.
There's a
You
campfire
see
up
the
ahead.
embers of it.
We should be wary. There might be someone here.
I'm going to try to kick up some of the loose dirt to see if there's either anything physical beneath them, or try to make the or else I'm going to make the assumption that they were hiding their tracks.
Okay, so you're gonna just kick the loose dirt, yeah?
Yeah.
As you do so, you start revealing what looks to be a hastily thrown together pressure plate.
Oh, thank God.
You just kick the dirt away.
I'm going to reach out and pull Caledon back, and then I'm going to I'm gonna quietly kind of just tap him on the shoulder and then point towards the plate. As I bring everyone's attention to the plate.
Ooh, better be careful about that.
I'm gonna take extra time to make sure that my brother sees the plate.
Well, I'm behind 3 people, so I think I'll be alright.
Okay. Let's should we
Do
Okay.
I
go in?
recognize anything special about the plate?
It is what looks to be just a pressure, a weight pressure
Okay.
plate. You apply weight to it, and it will activate something. But you see the fire up ahead, and it all seems very quiet.
There's a tent up there. I don't know if we want to check inside to see if there's anything inside.
You do press forward, tread light.
I will.
Oh.
1 second.
What was that
moment.
noise? It sounded
Do whatever we want. The
otherworldly.
DM's gone.
1 second. I'll be right there.
He's getting his lunch.
He's got his food now. He's
Oh,
got his
that's-
takeaway.
Okay, so as he's getting his food, discussing strats.
Ah.
Discussing strats. No, but when he comes back, I'll tell him. But I kind of want to tell everybody to step back, and I'm going to trigger the plate.
Interesting.
Because if there is anything here, then I'd rather be in a one-way corridor than in an open area where we're going to get crushed. The noise will summon anything that is in this cave. I'll make that suggestion anyway.
I don't think I ever described Sarah to you guys, did I?
Not particularly, but neither
Right.
have we.
Well,
to...
you kind of did descriptions though, but I was just like, oh, I'm sat in a corner, rather than like describing what I look like aesthetically.
Oh no, you mentioned about the worn clothes that you
Mhm.
had on. I think that you described your clothes, but not so much your
Yeah,
physical
that's what I was gonna say.
attributes.
Right, I'm pretty tall and I've got long red hair.
When you say tall,
6
how
foot.
tall are you? Just so we have perspective. Okay, I'm 5'1", so I'm
I'm
shorter
tall.
than you.
I'm 6 foot. I'm a tall ass fucking Triton.
Yeah, in you wouldn't know this.
Okay, it doesn't matter then.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say
Like
because
5'4"
Is
at the max,
Sarah
fucking
hot?
yeah.
Says Wolflord. I don't know. Is she?
I'm
Is
I'm
she hot?
5'9".
The
so
picture that I
I'm
found that I
reasonably
based
tall.
her off, yeah, she was hot.
I'm a
Yeah.
okay. You back, Josh? You ready? So I'm gonna turn towards the party and I go. I suggest we potentially, if you three stealthed behind me, and I triggered the plate, we could that could create a noise and draw out whatever's hiding in this quiet cave.
Are you crazy? You don't know what the plate will do.
But it's a
But-
pretty crazy idea. That plate could be anything.
It could be anything, but if we're prepared for it, it will be less of a danger. Plus,
Still
if
a
it's triggered
danger
now,
though.
think about this. If we trigger it now, and we have to escape, then when we're trying to escape, we won't potentially trigger it.
Hear us. What do you know about traps and people who set traps?
I don't really believe in traps. They're for cowards.
See, where I come from, they have a saying. The saying is, if you set a trap, you're setting it with the intent to kill.
Not necessarily. They're cats traps.
That's an interesting saying. I've never heard that one
Yes,
before, and I do.
I'm from a foreign land.
Sarah,
That's true.
if I was meant to die here, then that is beyond my control. If I am not meant to die here, then that is the will.
I mean, with that attitude, what
my
could go
God.
wrong? I'm on board.
So, take a step back. So, are you gonna step behind me?
Yeah, I guess I'll step behind.
I'm gonna
I'm
reach
gonna-
out with my other javelin, and I'm going to slam the butt of it down onto the pressure plate, and then step back.
Okay.
I want to be I want to be like 10 feet behind. You know, a decent distance just in case.
So as you hit the pressure plate, you hear the ground beneath it start to tremble a little bit. And then as you look up, you just see a bunch of arrows just get shot from one wall to another, sticking into it just in like feet in front.
Okay.
It was an an arrow trap pressure plate.
That's just as I said.
Can
When you place
I-
a trap, you place it with the intent to kill.
That was
Can
pretty
I
scary.
re-inspect the trap to see if it's reset itself or whether it's triggered?
Give me investigation.
Okay, where's my investigation? Not the best, but
13. From what you look at it, it doesn't look like it's reset.
okay. I'm gonna kind of say to Kaladin, 3 arrows for you. The trap seems to be activated and seems to be fine now.
Well, you need to
Right.
step on it again just to make sure.
Wait, what?
Hit it again just to make
Very
sure.
smart idea. I'm kind
I
of
know.
I'm
surprised.
gonna slam it. I'm gonna slam it again.
Honestly, I don't know where it came from.
You hit it again. It does not budge. It seemed when you put the initial weight on, it went down and was a one-time use.
Okay, can I pick up the usable arrows then?
They are lodged in the wall of like just up ahead. You'd have to walk slightly in front.
I'll
Yeah,
walk
I'm gonna-
slightly ahead.
At this
Slightly.
point, I would like to have stepped past the trap, just like 5 feet or so, while he's
Okay.
collecting the arrows. I kind of want to be on point at this point. On point. That's too many points.
Okay, I'm always on point.
Okay. As you step past the trap, give me a perception check.
I'm gonna die. I'm rolling too many 13s.
Uh,
It's bad luck.
you feel like you're being watched right now.
Is it like a survival sense I'm being watched? Like I
It-
can just feel it in my gut?
It is a survival. You are being watched right now.
I'm gonna tell Kaladin to take a step back behind the wall and turn around and kind of. I'm not gonna make any physical movement. Say that there's people behind me, but try to give the look and impression that they should stay where they are. And then I'm gonna turn around, pull out my axe, and I'm gonna go, "Who's watching me?" And kind of just like.
How are you holding your torch and your axe?
So the axe I've just pulled over, resting on my shoulder, and
Okay,
I've
so
raised the
one-handed at
torch,
the minute.
and I've raised the torch up in front of my, like above my head, to try to illuminate more of this cavern area.
Okay. As you shout out, there is no response.
Okay. I'm going to
Can I look behind me? Can you just
chalk
make
it up to a
You-
superstition.
okay. As you look, peer behind you, give me a perception check.
sure? Yeah.
And a Tarask appears.
And a Tarrasque appears and you all die. The end.
Had a good
Oh, great story.
As you look behind you, you don't get the sense that anyone's following you.
Cool.
Gonna quietly wave everybody forward as I take another 5 feet towards the tent, towards the right.
We should go up and check out that tent. That
As
big
you
tent
take
up top as well.
as you take another step, you hear very quietly, almost chattering, or like you hear talk in a language you don't understand.
Okay. I'm gonna. They already know we're here, so I'm gonna turn around and shout back. We're not alone. And I would like to throw my torch. I think 20 feet's reasonable. Throw my torch towards the unlit fire.
Okay.
So you
As
try
you
to light that bit up.
as you throw your torch and send a light over there. Just keep the light on you for the minute. But let me just.
Hey, that's cool.
I just need to reduce the light because the torches don't give as much as campfires do. It's pretty much the same.
And if it lights the campfire.
It doesn't quite light the campfire.
Torches are one of the. Yeah, they're not really used to ignite, are they?
No, you see, or largely as the torch reveals him, and the fact that he steps out and shoots you with a bow.
Nice.
Not one. Two goblins hop out. And a third one steps out from the other side.
Wow. Sneaky boys failed. Fish boys to combat.
And we're going to have to roll initiative here.
I'm gonna get fucking nuked.
You stepped out forward. Don't roll just yet, boys. Let me clear the turn order. This is...
To me, the thing that I would have commented on is that not only did you step out forwards, but you also yelled
He told...
when the person with the blood trail didn't come down here. Good.
That
Classic Fish Boys.
I don't shy away from
Classic
the challenge.
Fish Boys. I love it though, dude. It's gonna be great.
Classic Fish Boys. It's only going to end well for them.
If I feared my enemy, I would be not the same paladin.
Okay.
And Kiros dies.
Well, those ones all get a surprise round because you threw your shit out first. This is not...
Monka S, dude.
Okay, so the goblins are going to... Two of them are going to fire at Karos, and one of them is going to fire... he doesn't really have line of sight. He's going to fire at the only other person he can see, which is Sarah. Okay.
GG boys.
So these two are for Karos, and this
But
one
we
is
don't.
for...
I suppose he'll have dark vision.
Okay,
They
one
do.
hits.
One hits, and that's it, I think. Oh, feels bad, man. 7 piercing damage.
headbands.
And that's it.
Get really wrecked. I'm gonna shout back towards Lothar. Lothar, what are you doing? Help me.
You're really
Okay,
far
sorry.
away.
It is your turn. Sorry, and Lothar.
I mean, feel I should probably move towards Keros a bit. He's gone now. I should. Oh, give me a second.
Uh,
I think we should have like a Power Rangers fish boy stance. That like when we draw our axes, we can kind of like unite them. Be like,
I
"Fish
want
boys!"
to
And then
draw
Oh, yeah,
draw
dude.
my rapier, Josh. And
Okay.
I would like to please move forwards to here. Is this okay?
mhm.
And then I'd like to. I mean, can I like see far enough to attack this boy over here?
You can see him, yeah. Oh, yeah, just about.
Okay. But it's not going to cause me like any disadvantage.
No.
I would like to please use hideous laughter.
Okay. If you want to click on it, so
Yeah.
um, wisdom saving throw, and the DC's 13, isn't it? I believe. He passes. So as you point with your sword at him and mutter the effects of the spell, you see the goblin's eyes slowly cloud over before going back to their yellowy form, and just he stares at you and snarls. You've got your bonus action if you'd like to do anything.
No, I'll.
Lothar, it is your turn.
Charge.
fish boys. flying.
I literally just all I'm gonna do is run here. Where is it?
Okay.
By our powers combined.
And that's it.
Was that a dash?
No,
You've got your dash if you'd like to.
I know.
Okay, that's fine. Kaladin, it is your turn. Luke?
I'm gonna heal up Karos.
Yeah. Healer's OP. Healer's OP.
That was a
Okay.
pretty nasty hit you took there. And then I guess I'll just fire off the short bow into the one that I can actually see,
Do it.
which is the one on the right. And I'm gonna miss.
You are not good at shooting and doing something else. As you loose your arrow, it flies, just missing him.
I'm in a hold position as well, so
Karos, it is your turn. The trap has been sprung for you.
So I'm going to like now that I'm not holding my torch anymore, I'm gonna take my axe in two hands, sprint behind the wall to offer myself cover from the other two archers, and I'm gonna try to just lunge and split this goblin in half.
Okay, roll to hit.
Damn it.
14 does not hit. As you charge up to him, he steps back at the last second and dodges the attack. Anything else you'd like to do?
Got no bonus action stuff. Do I get half cover from here? Is that a pillar or is that just a mound?
That is a large pillar going to the ceiling, so the others can't see you at the moment.
Nice. I would like to end my go.
Okay.
I literally stood in front of you so you would be in cover from like my body, and then you're like, yeah, bye.
You need to crush things. That is your job.
Okay. So the goblins, the one in front of Karos is going to attack him. With he'll pull out his sword and cut him with a crit. These goblins are not fucking around, dude.
But you crit me?
No, they've kept a hit crit
Thank God.
Karos. Karos is unconscious. As the goblin threw his bow to the
Fuck.
side, pulled out his sword, and just cut into Karos.
It didn't take an
Striking.
action to get his scimitar out? What a speedy goblin.
It's because he didn't like swap it out, he threw it down.
Did you?
It's free action drawing your weapon.
Crazy.
Same as you. Okay.
I was
and
already prepared with my weapon.
the other two are going to just try and shoot Lothar.
So that hits.
3 damage.
I'll reduce that down to
The goblins are
What?
terrifying, dude.
1. Is it 1?
Yeah, round down.
I take 1 damage and I rage.
Uh,
For
they-
like
they-
a single session, we've had tons of crits.
Yeah, no.
Let's roll 20 for you.
Just going to start running back. After striking you down, he is going to also back up a bit. Okay. Sarah, it is your turn.
Okay. Huh. Seeing Karos fall over, looking to be unconscious from where I can see right now, I'm gonna I'm gonna dash over to him, and I'm gonna listen. I don't understand the mechanics of the game. So if I was to cure wounds, what does that do?
It would heal him back up, and he would no longer be
Okay, I'm gonna
unconscious.
run over. I'm gonna place my hands on where he got hit, and I'm gonna just like close my eyes, and I'm just gonna be like, "Please get better, please get better."
Okay, cast your wounds, see how much he heals.
Trying to click it, nothing's happening.
We need a cleric, boys.
Yes, you bards.
Nothing was happening.
I
So
just,
do I just?
I wish I was a cleric again, where I just go, oh yeah, heal for 1 billion, screw damage.
I mean, I can heal you for 1d4 plus 4, and
It's literally
Yeah,
not
that's
rolling.
pretty decent. That's like almost my entire health.
I can do it twice. I only have 2
If
spells.
you click on it and this one,
Oh,
Ryan,
hang
in
on,
the
hang on.
attack-
Yeah, just there you go.
There you go.
Nice. Level 1 paladin doesn't feel
I couldn't see it because of the way my monitors are all set up.
That is 6 HP you're back on.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay, what would you like to do then, Ryan?
Was that my turn?
That's your
I want to
action.
move back to here, if I'm able to. Can you stagger movement like that? Or?
Yeah, that's not
Okay,
a problem. So, with Karos getting back up, breathing air again, lying on the floor, Sarah has backed up behind the pillar, and it is Lothar's turn.
Question then.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an... can I throw someone?
Can you throw someone?
Yeah.
I would consider you'd have to grapple them and then throw them the next.
Yeah. You can't do it in one turn.
Not really.
What? Push someone.
Push someone, yeah, you can push them.
Like... Would they go back 5 feet or 10 feet?
5 feet.
Would they go in... If I were to push him, would he go into the fire?
Depending on how well you beat him by.
Yeah, could I... Like, if I pushed him 5 feet, would he go into the fire? Is that fair enough way?
Can you
Potentially.
Spartan kick him instead?
Or is he 10 feet, is what I'm asking. Like,
If you pushed him, he could fall into it, yes.
cool, I'll do that then. I'll run up and push him.
This is...
I have advantage on this because I'm raging.
Okay,
That's exactly 30 feet, so that was enough.
that's fine.
Yeah, then I'll push him.
Roll strength. Oh my goodness, this poor goblin.
Oh my god.
Is it pure strength, right?
Yeah.
This guy's dead.
This poor goblin. This poor
Oh,
goblin.
you have advantage. Thank God for the
Yeah, I
advantage.
know, right?
I still would have beat him.
Oh,
As you come charging up,
yeah, but by 1 isn't enough.
shove this tiny frame, and it goes toppling over the log bench and tumbles into the fire. It takes 1d6 fire damage, And we'll take that for every time he's sat in the fire.
Is he prone as well?
He is not prone, but yes, he is currently
Nice.
on fire in the fire. On fire in the fire. There you go. Okay,
I can just imagine a 6-foot bloke
Lothar.
kicking a midget into the
That's pretty much what happened. Caliban, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up a little.
Okay, if you want to move yourself, or do you want me to? Because I know Raw 20 hates you.
No, I'm okay. And then I'm gonna just shoot at the one on the right to the one in the fire.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a problem. Roll to hit. That is
Eh. That damage is poor.
It's
s-
still
Got a
enough.
1. Ooh,
It is
minimum
still
damage
enough.
good done.
So as you pull out as you step around the corner, looking past Karos as he's lying on the ground, you pull out your bow, loose the arrow, and it goes directly into the goblin. Stabbing into him, he stumbles for a few moments, and you see him just topple over.
Topple over dead, or
Yeah, he's dead.
Dead. The
Cool.
goblins, they are
I
squishy.
don't know how tanky they are.
Like 6 HP or something like that. 7 HP.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Karos, it is your turn. You are currently prone on the ground after being brought back from the brink.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. It's half my movement to get up, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna like stumble forward and use use Lothar as like a leg up off the ground. To pull myself upright. And then so I've got about 10 feet of movement.
You got 15. We both make 30.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use my 15 feet of movement to charge in, and I want to slap this guy. Pure revenge, filling my attack.
Okay. That hit. Just.
Eat my axe. Roll damage. Where is it? Crush him.
That is enough. As you stumble up and start making your way over to the goblin, you draw your axe and just cut into him. The goblin just falls to pieces beneath you, beneath your attack, killing it.
And there was one.
And then there was one in the fire. So if he ends his turn in the fire, which he's not going to, he would have taken more damage. He gets up and starts running. Goblins are not the bravest of people. And he darts off into the darkness.
How does he get so far?
Use his dash.
Yeah,
You
he
said he
used
used half his movement to get up. You can't.
Yeah, so he gets up, moves 15, and then so he gets just about there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me just make sure. So that's from there, 15. So he's actually slightly deeper in. Because he is spending his entire job just running. Okay, Sarah, it is your turn.
Okay, so who have we got left?
There is one
Just the
goblin
one
who's
who's
running,
running.
away.
and there is 2 tents.
It's gonna. I can't see anything down here. Really? Where are they? Where are they?
Both of them are dead. I don't know where the other one is.
He ran off to the left. He's over there. Like, are we still in turn order? Are we? Like,
Uh,
because I just ran after
No.
that guy.
yeah, turn order's pretty much
Okay.
done.
Can I still see the guy?
Barely. He's running into pitch dark, into
Yeah,
dark.
but like, could I see him enough that I could throw a javelin at him?
I'll give you one javelin attempt.
Cool. I'll like
You're
close
pretty-
distance if you like, so I can get like right here.
You're pretty much the only one who has a chance of getting.
I can get here, in fact. Wait, where I was there. I can get right next to him actually. So I can get here and then hit him.
Okay.
Would that be with disadvantage because it's dark,
Yes.
or just like normal? Because it's not that bad.
Disadvantage because you're
Wait,
not.
he's on fire still, right?
No, he's not. He doesn't catch on fire and just continuously burn.
His
He
clothes
had
are
himself
still on
out
His
and
fire.
ran.
skin's made of paper.
His clothes were caught. His clothes were caught fire.
He pat himself out as he's running. That's because that's all he was doing. He's not staying in the fire.
It's not gonna hit. 'Cause it's not gonna hit. 11. Does that hit?
No, it does not hit.
Shark.
Okay, he is going to use his bonus action.
To disengage and run away like a little bitch.
Yeah. And he is going to use his action to sprint. And
Can't light a torch and run after him.
if you want to.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna shout towards Lothar. Lothar, not too far. We don't know what's ahead.
I'm in the middle of my rage right now. I only see blood.
Lothar charges off down the caverns, one of the caverns,
I can't see him at this point.
into the
dear.
darkness.
I've got a torch, so I can still see.
I am
Yeah,
now
but
one
there's-
brother down.
I can't see anything now, by the way.
Oh, can you not see the other players' ones?
I can't see anything.
Oh,
All darkness.
It's fair, we can't see him, so he shouldn't be able to see us.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch it on stream if you need to know.
He doesn't even see it on stream.
Yeah,
though.
no, it's only
Oh,
Luke's
it wouldn't be
perspective.
that long to chase him down and kill him. I've got more movement than him.
Wait, what's your movement?
I have 60 if I sprinted.
Yeah, so does he.
Then we'd be.
And he
If
had
we take a turn, I get an attack. I wouldn't.
You're gonna get attacked there, right? You use your action to sprint.
Yeah.
So you just
he-
catch up to it as then he runs away,
Okay,
and then
I
you've
would,
got to
I would
catch up.
charge and then throw a javelin. I'll just keep throwing hand axes and javelins at him until I run out.
The way that he's gone is. You'll find out.
Yeah, my
we
chrome's
can
like
follow
completely
the
crashed.
trail of broken javelins.
Broken
and-
weaponry.
I
You
But
must
my
have gone
t-
this way.
My chance to hit isn't that high low. Like, jeez.
No, but the thing is, he can escape you. He knows these routes.
I need to check.
And
something real
you've got like 6 intelligence, Rhys.
quick. Yeah, man. That's why I charged after him.
Also, you don't have a torchlight anymore running through here, right?
No, so I lit a torch as I left, didn't I?
So yeah, you it's a bit of a.
After I missed the attack, I lit one up.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay. So, with that done, the combat comes to a close. What would you guys like to do as Lothar has run off?
I would like to poke my head in this tent over here, if that's okay.
As you poke your head into that tent, it is completely empty, barring one single bedroll. Does not seem to be anything in that tent on the side.
Move further up and address Keros. Your brother, he seems to have a habit of chasing things. He's much like a dog in some ways. I hope that's not offensive. It's just the impression he
I
gives.
take no offense. To be fair, my dog probably would have more intelligence than my brother.
To be fair, that's not a bad thing though. He's committed. There's something I can definitely say.
My only issue with my brother is that he's hard to control.
I can imagine.
You begin to see a torch lit up in the distance. Give me 1 second. As Lothar seems to be returning with blood on one of his javelins.
Oh, I hit.
You would have hunted him down before he could do anything. I won't let any.
He had like 1 HP.
He was not in the best condition. You see Lothar off in the distance, slowly returning. So,
Well, there's a torchlight. Glad we don't have to go chasing after him.
okay. What would you guys like to do?
What are we even doing here?
We were coming to.
Can we see if the goblins have the pus nature that the previous ones did?
Give me an investigation check.
I'll like sprint up to my brother. I got him. Look, here's his blood.
Ah, well done, brother. You stopped them gaining reinforcements.
That was my plan.
As I'm not looking at him. I'm just looking down at these goblins.
Okay, yes. With that investigation, you look over at them. They have it less prominent on their face and more going up the side of their body. But all of them bear the pus. Almost plague-like things just coursing through them.
Is this another route? The one on the right and the one on the left?
1 second.
Okay, it's not.
Yeah, I'll just take off dynamic lighting because it kills Luke.
I appreciate it.
First character death of Luke to dynamic light.
Pretty much. So, are you all just going to look around and
I'm gonna,
investigate?
I'm gonna say to
Yeah.
Kaladin, should we have a quick look round for anybody in the caravan? From the
Yeah,
caravans?
we should look around to see if we can find anything. See if there's any clues.
As you
Anything that
guys,
might be useful for us in here.
as you look around, begin searching, you see inside one of these tents what looks to be a small, curled up body.
I found a body in here, guys.
I'm
It
going
seems
to
they're still alive.
make my way over.
I want to cast Mage Hand as a
Okay.
cantrip and use it to try and like uncurl them and get a good look at their face, or if they have any
As
pus on them.
as you touch them with it, they immediately flail out. So don't touch me.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to panic. We're here to help.
They're still curled up. You cannot see like any kind of facial features or anything on them.
Are you from my caravan? Who are you?
No response.
We're just here to help you.
No one can help me. No one can help me. It's too late. It's too late.
Can I step in the tent as well?
And you step in the tent. You also see inside this tent there is like just several bedrolls and this curled up figure wearing clothes that would look like they would fit at the caravan, but
So this is not a black hooded robed.
this is not a black hooded figure.
I'm going to lean down and pull the hands away from the face to see if she or he or it has pus on their face.
As you lean down to touch them, you now see on their hands they are just covered in the pus, just oozing out. It is vile to even look at.
Okay, considering I still I'm going to take my axe back out, step back, and say they're covered in the sickness.
Wait, though. Perhaps we can talk to them, find out more about it. This is the first person that we've discovered who is, for lack of a better term, not bloodthirsty. And I believe it might be in our best interest to learn what we're dealing with.
That may be the case, but I don't think they want to talk to us.
Is that?
They seem to be in a lot of trouble.
I want to
Pain?
crouch down
I
next
don't
to
know.
them and be like, my friend, can we help you?
Just talking into his hands. No one can help me. No one can help me. It's too late. It's too late. It's too
Why
late.
is it too late, though, my friend? I do not understand.
He now removes his hands from his face, and you just see what was once probably human mid-20s. It is now just covered in these giant boils and pus-filled wounds, just seething with this black liquid through the corners of his eyes. Just this awful, vile stench. He looks up, and you see what little humanity remains of this man. Says it's too late. It's too late.
Steel yourself. Tell me what it is that is wrong with you. What ails you? What happened? Perhaps we can find some sort of cure, some sort of way to help you. It's not too late.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, because this boy is it's not looking good.
He don't like you.
He seems as if he has just gone completely lost his way.
Can we discern the age of this
Like,
person?
from what you can tell, he looked to be mid-20s.
Okay, I'm gonna kneel down about at the edge of the tent, kind of behind Sarah. I'm gonna whisper just loud enough for him to hear. Do you suffer?
Yes, yes, it hurts so much. It's endless.
And then I'm gonna say again in the same tone. Do you wish to end your suffering?
It's too late. Yes, yes, it's got to go. It's all got to go.
I'm gonna look towards Sarah and Kaladin and say, I believe we would show this poor fellow more mercy, ending him now than prolonging his
I'm
suffering.
gonna
I
stand
agree.
up from my crouched position and just like bow my head. All right. Pains me.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna ask both of you to step outside the tent
I don't
as
think
I-
any of us want to see this. So
as I attempt to behead this young man's life.
Am I there yet or not? I would do that.
You're there.
Yeah, I'm just
Step
there.
outside the tent.
may Joaquin watch over you.
With his hands over his face, I'm just gonna say, may Helm have mercy on your soul as I attempt to behead him.
As you do this, you stand over him. He reaches out and grabs your leg,
Oh, snap.
and that's where we're going to end it.
Oh no!
Oh,
I can't claim another head in Helm's name. God damn it.
Oh my god!
not yet, at least.
He grabs your leg, looks up, and that's where
Oh
we end.
wow! Oh wow! All right then, Mr. Cliffhanger over here. Yo, okay, let's just wrap it up then, and then we can chat.